Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check. I need all my Knicks fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the feeling. Matter of fact, can you say it from New York what I say from New York? Hey, yo, let's go now.
Hey, yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street, alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs, step back, hit a three. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy just to see the Knicks play, make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us, whole city is wild. This is New York, why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before the shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah.
Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Look, put your hands up. Hey, yo, New York City, put your hands up. Sky, baby.
What up? What's going on? It's us. We're here. You're there. It is the Church Guys Sports Show podcast for the 10th of December 2024. We're here. You're there. And we're excited to be a part of your lives on today. We're excited to be on live with you with this opportunity with the Church Folk Sports Show podcast. Looking forward to a great conversation tonight. We got a lot to dissect, a lot to talk about. There's a lot going in the world of sports, a lot going on, just a lot of different things just happening. A lot of different things is happening in the world of sports. So we're going to jump into that shortly in just a moment as we welcome in. We missed you last week. Obviously, in the throes of the holiday, we took a little bit of a break last week. Happy holidays to all those that are a part of your family units and your family structures and everything that you do. If you got a bunch of children and you're making Christmas ends meet, shout outs to you. Even if you don't have everything that you want this holiday season, if you're alive, be grateful, because it is always better to be above ground than it is to be below. So we salute you on today. Welcome Church Folk Sports Show podcast. I am Bishop D'Lo, Dwayne Lodeholt here, who serves as your primary host each and every week on the Church Folk Sports Show podcast. And today, firstly by my brother, Bishop L. Bishop L is here. He is in the building. He is on the live, and we are excited to talk about. Wait for J-Mac and Keisha to get in. But before we get into anything, Emirates Cup is going on right now, as you see from our live graphic there. We turning up the graphics. Our live graphic here, you see Emirates Cup 59-57. The Magic lead the Milwaukee Bucks in the quarterfinal round of the Emirates Cup. Tonight, there are two games in the NBA. There are two more tomorrow night, one involving our native New York Knicks tomorrow night. But tonight, the first Eastern Conference game between the top-seeded Milwaukee Bucks and the fourth-seeded Orlando Magic, whom the Knicks beat out to win Group A, by virtue of the fact of the Knicks going undefeated in Group A this year in Emirates Cup action. Orlando, who they're doing something else. Real quick before we get into the other stuff, they're doing something I didn't expect. First, they had their all-world, all-star Paulo Banchero go down, and they didn't miss a beat. And now, a couple games ago, they lost their number two scorer, Franz Wagner. Um, Both guys out for an extended period of time, but Orlando keeps winning. And Orlando continues to play well. Mo Wagner, the brother of Franz Wagner, is doing some great things over there, as you can see on the graphic on the right. The current lineups as they are right now in the game. 59-58 now the score as they play late with 26.1 to go in the second quarter. Magic by one, and that game's in Milwaukee right now. And so Milwaukee trailing the Orlando Magic by a point as they prepare to go into halftime in the Emirates Cup. I don't know what that's the first game tonight. Second game tonight, Dallas Mavericks versus the Oklahoma City Thunder from Oklahoma City tonight. That's the second game of the doubleheader, which will tip off around 9:30 p.m. We will see that Dallas Maverick team led by Luka and Kyrie against SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Or should I say SGA and Isaiah Hartenstein, who has come back with a vengeance in Oklahoma City so far after missing the first part of the season with an injury. So there's a lot to be said, a lot going on in the world of the NBA, which we will get more into very shortly. But just real quickly surrounding the Emirates Cup, honestly, the Knicks are a favorite from a lot of the pundits to win the whole thing. What do you think about that?
I would like to see it. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if this is something that the league has put in place, then it's important. And it's now a part of league play. I don't think anybody should diminish it or anything, right? Like it's a part of the league. It's a part of league play. It's like playing college basketball and going through the season and playing in a tournament and winning that tournament. College teams win multiple championships during the course of the year, right? Like they play in certain tournaments. Even in high school, when we played ball in high school, we played ball at different tournaments. We won a champion. We won a chip in this tournament. Ultimately, the goal was a PSAL
PSAL,
championship, but
and then the state championship if you won the PSAL.
yeah. So I mean, I'm all for it. I want to see it. I think it helps with a lot of our minimum guys. Gets them some money in their pocket. They could go buy a couple of outfits or something like that.
Not a couple of outfits.
I just want to say this though, as you were talking, right? The Magic have a strong chance of losing this game.
They do. I agree with that. They absolutely do.
And the reason I'm saying that is because they are 17-9, but every last one of their losses are in away games.
That's true. They have not won a game.
They
They
have
have
not
not
won a game
won
on
a
the
game.
road.
Well, I mean, sorry, they have not lost a game at home, but they have not. But their splits on the road are very, very poor.
Yeah,
Very, very poor.
yeah. So I mean, they got 10 games at home. It's not like that 17 games that they won are all at home, right?
Right.
They've won 10 games at home, which is very, very possible to do. I think our Knicks are probably at that number as well. But we do have some road wins, and these guys, they have not one road win. So Milwaukee might come out and do a little damage tonight.
Was I greeted?
Could you
Well,
hold on a second? I was talking.
they always taught us, growing up, that when you late, you act late. You don't come in demanding nothing
Just didn't know if I
and
was
trying
greeted.
to
I'm
just
always
like
asking this
come in
question.
and,
It's
and you
crazy,
and
man.
usurp. L was in the middle of speaking now, cause see, I had to bring you up because if I leave you backstage for too long, you become a girl and you be like, oh, I'm waiting too long, and then you get off.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to interrupt what L was saying to say, oh, hi, Keisha.
Yeah, so
Willie Green don't run this
Interrupt,
show.
it's
You're not
okay.
getting, you're not getting a hi, Miss Carter, in the middle of
right.
somebody talking
So
on this
so let
show.
me so let
We
me
don't do
let me
that.
let me make it quick.
Uh-oh.
Let me make it quick for her, right? At the end of the day, I think that
What?
I'm happy. I'm happy that we are famous. I would like to see us win this Emeritus Cup. I would like to see us win this in-season tournament cup. I think it would do something to our morale. I think it would do something in the city. No, we're not gonna get a ticket tape parade over it. I would hope that they never do nothing like that.
Ain't
But
raising no banners.
yeah, but just to go, yeah, like don't raise no banner. Don't raise a banner for that.
They are. They are though. They did it last year. They're gonna raise
No.
the banner.
That's your team.
No, they're gonna do it. They do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure
do
if
it,
I would.
man.
I think that's the choice of each NBA franchise.
Yeah, I'm not sure
And
if I
I
want them
can't
to
see the
raise a
New York
banner.
Knicks doing that.
I'm
I
good.
can't see James
think
Dolan
so.
signing off on that.
Yeah, I don't
think
want them
so.
to. I don't want them to raise a banner. I'm good with a hoodie. Like
A hoodie.
give them
a
some
T-shirt, a hat. Give me a hat.
Yeah,
That's
give
fine.
them, give
Not
them a
a
hoodie,
T-shirt and a hat.
a hat,
Yeah.
a hoodie, a hat, and the check. Don't
And the
even
check,
do a
yeah,
ring.
that's it. You ain't even got to bring
You
give me a
ain't doing
trophy.
that money.
You're gonna
I'm-
get that money.
Right.
I'm cool. I'm cool with us being the favorites to win. Now, of course, things can get crazy, but I'm cool with us being the favorite to win. And me personally, I would like to see them do it. It will be good for our city. The Liberty have won their chip. And it would, just basketball would follow suit with some more winning. It's not the creme de la creme of championships. It's not the shoot.
But it's something.
But it's something. But
I
it's
think
something, right?
I think it would be good for the league that in the first 2 years of this in-season
LA
tournament
and
now
the Knicks,
knowing, in the first
That'd
2
be
years of it,
dope.
you had your
Yeah.
two marquee franchises win
Yeah.
win the championships of that
Over the
tournament.
Celtics. Heck
So-
yeah.
This experimental championship. Because that's what it is.
Right, the
That's what it is.
experimental championship. So with that, I think that would be definitely a good thing for the league as a whole.
Yeah.
Do us a favor, like, share, tag, and comment. Now at halftime, the Bucks take a 1-point lead into the half, leading 60-59. Bobby Porter's shooting very well off the bench for the Milwaukee Bucks, 7 of 8 from the floor.
Bucks
He
have
has
been balling a
16
little bit.
points. Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the way with 20 points for them. Again, the Magic have not been as strong on the road as they have been at home, and that they had a pretty good first half. I watched most of the first half. That's why I got quiet for a while in our group. I was just checking out this game so I could kind of speak to it, getting ready to go into game 2 tonight. The Magic are a young, scrappy team, but toward the end of that first half, you started to see that youth because they are a young, scrappy team. They have not learned how to win on the next level yet.
And if Giannis got 20 at the half, it's gonna be a long night.
Definitely.
It's gonna be a long night. Now, with that being said, hey Key, welcome to the show tonight. You late. I've been talking to you all day. The last thing I said, no. Like,
We don't gotta go there. We don't gotta go there.
No, because we FaceTime each other, especially when I realize. When I realize that she's getting in her feelings, and I gotta call her and be like, "Bring it in, chick.
You mean all
Bring
the time?
it in."
I ain't calling her when she in her feelings. She gonna just
I
be in
call her
feelings.
because I'm
D-Lo
a big
just yell
brother.
at me.
I call her because I'm a big brother, right?
I have
So,
only yelled at you once since I've known you. Stop it.
You have, but the last
Once.
thing I told her was
One time.
I said, "Yo,
Podcast today.
be on time for the show today. Be on time." Of course, she's
All
on time.
I do is I just reel you in, Keisha, when you go too far with stuff.
You
That's
did.
all I do.
You did.
That's what I do as a big
But
brother. I
Butler
just
called
reel
me
you
and
in.
he said, be on time. That's all I asked, is for you to be on time.
And of course, she wasn't.
And of course, she still wasn't. Exactly.
We don't have to point that out every time.
So
We
everybody,
absolutely
welcome.
do.
Everybody,
Hey,
welcome.
Mike McFadden,
Mike,
we
you
haven't
haven't missed
missed
nothing,
anything
Mike.
yet. We just still doing our opening right now.
Yeah.
Mike McFadden says New York needs a something good because both football teams are. We're not even going to talk.
I don't
even want to talk about the football teams tonight, Mike.
I don't want to talk about none of the football.
I'm in a good mood. I want to stay that way.
But y'all, but we have to. Okay, listen.
I know it's our job. We have to.
We got a 2-hour show.
Why?
We have
Our
a
teams are
2-hour
doing
show,
nothing
right?
but being trash. What are we talking about?
Chill, Kate. We got a 2-hour show. Let's segment this show today. Come on. Let's segment this show.
Yeah. We that was one of the things I did want to focus on this year. So now we got our opening out of the way. The Emirates Cup. I'm trying to wait for J Mac to get in here. So before we transition to the next topic, but we're going to be transitioning shortly. She has to be fashionably late. You are absolutely right, because this is what girls do. And, it has taken some getting used to for us to get used to having a girl on the broadcast.
A
And
girl.
a girl's girl on the broadcast.
I really am a girl's girl.
She play ball, and she a little aggressive, but in her heart of hearts, Keisha is a girl's girl. So please don't let any of that aggression, or the fact that she's 6 feet tall, or the fact that she can probably body you in the paint. Don't let none of that get to you. At the end of the day, this is a girl.
She's a
100%.
She's a serious 6 feet tall too.
Right, a legit 6-footer.
Okay, Butler. All right. Okay.
What?
Next topic.
Like
what? You a legit 6 feet? What?
All right.
Like a Beverly Hills Amazon. Like,
All right.
Wait.
Oh, we starting early? We can go there. Oh, we starting early?
Wait. Y'all type that in the comments. Beverly Hills Amazon.
Came to the church. He came to the church. I was like, yo, nigga, why you got all these legs?
Oh, we starting early?
Oh, we going with the college nickname?
Legs.
Oh.
Legs.
No.
Wait, Keisha, come back on camera. Get back on camera.
No.
Yo.
What stays? What talks about in the chat stays in the chat.
Yo. Don't worry. I'll find a picture of you. We'll post that.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Exactly. Thank you, D-Lo.
I ain't got nothing to say. Yeah. Yes, Mike. Yes, Mike McFadden, my brother. Yes. Beverly Hills. Y'all put that in the comments.
Yo,
Beverly Hills.
and
Amazon.
Beverly
Put that in the comments.
Beverly Hills Cop 2. It was like, yo, there was a blonde.
Right.
6 foot,
Brigitte Nielsen.
a blonde 6 foot woman. Dude said, blonde 6 foot women growing trees in Beverly Hills.
Fine 6 foot woman too. I'm a fine one. Beautiful thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Doing too much now. Doing too much now.
Okay.
Way too much. Way too much. Bring it in. See, this is where I step in to talk, so our audience knows.
She got long legs.
Whenever she go too far, I reel it in.
She got long legs on her face.
Beautiful
like
ones too. Beautiful ones.
Not a poodle.
Beautiful ones.
She look like a poodle with glasses.
Not a poodle with glass. Wow.
This green giant.
Hey, Miss Carter.
This green giant.
Hey, Miss Carter.
This
Not
green
hey,
giant
Miss
got
Carter.
jokes today.
Somebody check on J-Mac and find out where he
I hit
at.
him just now. I told him we was on. Where he at?
I do play spades, Mike. I love to play spades. Don't play with me.
Does she play spades? Mike trying to get him a wife. Mike, no. Leave this one alone.
Mike is a preacher. Mike is a preacher.
She don't want no preacher. She want a baseball player. That's what she told us today. She want a baseball player.
See? D-Lo's the only one that follows instructions. You don't follow instructions.
She want a baseball player. So.
Mike, hit me later. I got you.
So getting back to the Emirates Cup.
We gonna me, Artel, Mike, and Carter gonna go
on
on
a
now
double
you
date.
On a double date. Now he want a double date.
Now? Oh, but
now he want a double date.
Wait, what about the one I had before? I can't bring him?
No. You by yourself on that.
Well, that's because nobody really wants you with him. We just like teasing you about it. That's it. We just like teasing you about it. But anyhow,
talk about Yo, I don't know where Jay is at because I was talking to Jay earlier too about something else. So I gotta talk to you about too, D-Lo.
Okay. All right. Cool. The NBA Cup prizes, just as you heard El mention, he would like for us as New York Knicks fans to get a hold of the NBA Cup for our young guys. We got a nice crop of young players. I mean, granted, Tibbs don't play them. Right? That's what I'm saying. Granted, Tibbs don't play them. But it would be good. Guys who are on minimum deals, guys who are new to the league, guys on two-way contracts like Jacob Toppin. If just for making the quarterfinals, each of those players is guaranteed at minimum a $51,497 bonus.
That's a couple of outfits.
That's a couple of outfits. If they make it, if they win tomorrow night, even if they lose in the semifinals, they are guaranteed $102,994 as a bonus.
That's a couple of outfits and some
Listen,
shoes.
102,000 is some people's annual salary,
Yeah,
and
still,
for them
a
that's a
couple.
nice little situation. But
No, it's a couple of outfits and a couple of pairs of shoes. Come on.
maybe for Jalen and them. Like you heard, well, you already heard Josh Hart say he don't care about the young guys. He wants to go get a watch.
What kind of watch you
Yo,
trying to get?
yo, I love Josh Hart, but we'll talk more about him in a minute. If
And his
if
trolling.
if you make the NBA Cup Finals, and you happen to not win, you still get $205,988.
That's money.
That's to lose in the final of the Emirates Cup. And the players on the team that walks away with the Emirates Cup championship win a grand total of $514,970. So you get a half a mil each player. This is per player. Each player gets a half a mil if they win that their team wins the Emirates Cup. So that's each player, and each coach, I believe, gets a half a mil.
That's before taxes.
Listen,
It's
whatever
still
it
good
is,
money.
whatever it is, it's a half a mil you didn't have. Even if it's even after taxes, that's about 300,000 you didn't have.
I'll take it.
Yo, you know what would be so crazy dope though? If our max players took their money
And
and
just pulled it,
divvied it
gave it
up
to the young guys.
and divvied it up with the young guys. Like that would be so like
Not
dope.
Josh Hart though.
Josh Hart said he getting a watch.
Josh Hart said he getting a
What kind
watch.
of watch is he getting that's
He
so
said-
expensive? Rolex?
It's a watch that dispenses breast milk.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
The show's
I
over
don't know
already.
about that.
Elder ended the show already.
Yeah, that was
Elder ended
it.
the show already. What?
It-
What?
that was
Y'all know
it.
he drinks breast milk.
I don't know what Josh Hart drinks. Aside from that, because by the way, Josh Hart does have a winery, so he does have a wine company as well. So yeah, Josh Hart has a wine company.
Yeah, we got entrepreneurs
milk?
over here.
I'm not talking about the breast milk. I'm talking about his wine company. I'm not. Keisha, do not continue down
Okay.
that road.
I just
Do not
Butler brought it
continue
up.
down that
I'm
road.
just trying to clarify
You
what.
see,
Okay, yo,
but you see, I pivoted from it.
Oh,
They had
okay.
the baby, no, because she wants to know. She wants to know what we're talking about. They had him and his wife had the baby.
Yeah.
He taste tested.
He
breast
taste tested
milk.
the breast milk. Yes, yeah, that is very well known. Yes,
Right.
and talked about it. And Jalen was
Right.
looking at him like, "Are you crazy?"
Posted it and everything.
And
And
Jalen
he was
went behind him
probably-
like, "I don't know this guy. Like, you done messed up. We are not friends anymore."
He was probably this close to a freaking endorsement on it.
Right, with Similac. Sam Jennings, my boy, what's going on? That's still $300,000, half a mil. That's still CEO money. That's big money.
CEO money, man.
That's
Facts.
big money. So
Facts.
at the end of the day, that it's nothing to sneeze at when you think about the fact that there's this money that is available as the second half is now about to get underway for between the Magic and the Bucks. But it would definitely be good to see the Knicks win the Emirates Cup. Some people say breast milk is.
We're not.
Mike.
I don't know nothing about
Mike.
that. None of us on here know
Mike.
anything about no breast milk.
I know nothing about breast. I was not breastfed. So I don't know. I
Who
don't
would
know
even
nothing
remember?
about it. I was told. I was not
told.
breastfed.
I was told.
Right, I was told.
Yeah.
So
I was told.
I can speak to it as the
And that's
Magic
my
squad
mama's
of the game.
business. And because
Right,
it's my
it's
mama's
not mine.
business, I ain't telling you whether I was or wasn't.
So listen,
Anyway,
moving on from that,
please.
as the Magic take a 1-point lead on a Contavious Caldwell Pope 17-foot jumper. So the Emirates Cup will take place. The winners of the games tonight and tomorrow will fly to Vegas. They'll be off for the rest of the week. Fly to Vegas, and then on
Was
Saturday,
it in Vegas last year?
it's in Vegas. Yeah, the championship's in Vegas.
Was
That's the way
it
it's-
last year?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't remember.
yeah, it's in
Okay.
Vegas. Yeah, neutral sites for the semifinals and the final.
Oh, okay.
Neutral sites.
We
So
need to win. And we need to get a new uniform for the game, too.
then the most they're gonna do is you're gonna get those white pinstripe joints.
I don't think they want to mess with those
That's-
Knicks jerseys.
that's
It's
the
just
best
like
you
the
get.
Yankees.
Well, we're gonna get into that as well because just to let y'all in behind the curtain a little bit for those that are watching. Also, by the way, do me a favor. You see it at the bottom of the screen. I need you to like, share, tag, and
Comment.
comment. Let's join the conversation with us. We want to hear from you. Y'all put in the comments again of the Magic, the Bucks, the Knicks, the Hawks, the Dallas Mavericks, the OKC Thunder, and all those that are a part of the Emirates Cup. Who is your favorite to win the Emirates Cup? Join the conversation and just go ahead and put in the comments. Let us know. Magic go up by 3. Let us know if you are running with any of these teams for the Emirates Cup. Let us know if you just really don't care. We want to hear from you. Be a part of the conversation tonight. Join us on tonight. And of course, as always, you can download the podcast after the show tomorrow morning on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and wherever podcasts are available. You can join us as well. Also, I got to touch on this. It wasn't on our original agenda, but I got to touch on it because it actually happens at the end of this week. Shout out to Michael Kay, who for 22 years held down the afternoon drive in New York on the radio, on ESPN New York Radio for the last 22 years. The Michael Kay Show, as we know it, is ending on ESPN Radio, which hurts my heart because I was a huge fan of the Michael Kay Show. But as Mike said, he's getting older. His children are getting older. He wants to spend some more time with them. His dream job was to be the voice of the New York Yankees, which he has been able to do for the last more than 30 years. And with that, with him doing such a great job along with John Starling on the radio side, when the Yankees when the late great George Steinbrenner created the Yes Network, one of the first hires he had was to bring Michael Kay into the TV booth. And from there, he was able to parlay that into a job with ESPN for the last 22 years, along with Don LaGreca for 22 years, Peter Rosenberg for the last 9. Yes, that Peter Rosenberg from Hot 97 and WWE is also for the last 9 years been one of the drive time hosts on the Michael Kay Show. Now, Michael's not leaving the network. Things are just being switched around. He's moving to the 10 a.m. slot in his own solo show. And that 3 p.m. slot will now be occupied still by LaGreca and by Peter Rosenberg. But joining them will be New York Knicks announcer Alan Hahn. So it continues. Now Han will have the opportunity to continue to grow his footprint with ESPN as he has become an icon over there, and he's been a staple with the New York Knicks for the past 10 years as well. So again, salutes to Michael Kay for a great career over at ESPN in this transitional phase that he's in. So we just want to salute old media as members of new media. We want to salute the guys who paved the way for us, and they've done a great job in New York for a long time. El?
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
We didn't see this coming.
Oh, well, I saw it coming last year when he didn't sign a new contract. That ESPN pushed a boatload of money in front of him. He was like, I don't know. And I'm like, Michael Kay about to retire.
But there were also little innuendos with Don LaGreca. There were little innuendos, and they were saying like little slick stuff like, oh, Michael Kay thinks he's more important to us. Oh, this is the Michael Kay. It was real slick stuff that they were saying that led me to believe the handwriting was on the wall.
I mean, that's a way to look at it. I mean, I've always felt like they got along very well. So, I mean...
This is my first time hearing about it, actually.
I mean, after 22 years, but with him and LaGreca especially, after 22 years, it might be time to do something else. I mean, hey, if Mike and the Mad Dog can break up, I mean...
If Mike and Mike can break up.
If Mike and Mike can break up. But Mike and the Mad Dog was even longer than that. Like, Mike and the Mad Dog was together for almost 30 years themselves on FAN. So, LaGreca, sometimes you outgrow each other after a while. And there's nothing wrong with that. And especially in taking nothing away from Don LaGreca, who has carved out an amazing career himself, being the radio voice of the New York Rangers. For many years, he was the radio voice of the New York Jets as well over there on ESPN Radio. But I'm sure Don looks up and looks at his brother Dan, and what Dan is doing now with the Busted Open podcast is like, wait a minute, my brother's getting more popular than me. What's happening here? How long do I need to play sidekick? Because Dan LaGreca, with his wrestling podcast, Busted Open, that he hosts over there with I can't call him Bully Ray, with Bubba Ray Dudley. He's always gonna be Bubba Ray Dudley to me. With Bubba Ray Dudley, and along with the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, they doing numbers over there in podcasting land as a part of new media. So I'm sure Don looks at that and goes, wait a minute, I want some of that money too. So, I'm sure it opens up Don to be able to do some other things as well. Yeah, Mike, I used to love listening to Mike and the Mad Dog growing up too, until I realized that Mike Francesa is a bit of a narcissist. Like, that dude, like, ugh.
Really? You think so?
Not think. Not think, Keish. Like, as a kid.
He's a ravioli eating narcissist.
Right. Right.
Ravioli.
He is the original Italian stallion.
Yes. Like real Tony Soprano narcissist. Like, you could see it.
Yeah.
Especially when they came to TV. Oh my God.
Yeah, and he's a Trump supporter. That's true.
Yeah,
and
he
he's
is
a Trump supporter. And Francesa's a Trump supporter. That's very true. So, looking at that, again, it's one of the things that got me to switch over to the Michael K show, because I was looking for an alternative to Francesa's nonsense. And Michael K won me over. And I went over there and never looked back. And the afternoon drive became me, Mike, and Don in the afternoons all the time. Even sometimes from my office at work, I pop on the radio or pop it on my computer at work and listen to it there as well, because that was some good stuff. 66-62 as they played the third quarter there. So I was trying to wait for J-Mac, but we got to move on to the next hot topic.
J-Mac?
I don't know. I hope everything is okay. J-Mac, if you out there, blink twice.
Get your tail on here.
Let us know that you good. He's a busy man, so I definitely understand.
He got 5.
He shows up more than Butler.
No. You're not gonna do it, L? You're not gonna do it? No? Okay. So we're gonna shift. Yes, he has 5 young children. He has 5 young children along with his wife, the overseer designate, our sister, Lady McCants. So he's a busy man, and I know he's still working out some school stuff and a lot of different things, and of course he's a bishop in the Lord's Church. So when you're in this role, your life moves at the speed of whatever's going on in your life, because things can pop up out of nowhere. I know it. L knows it.
Y'all stay busy.
And the first thing they do is call the bishop. That's the life. That is literally the life. You see, L is quiet
really
and put
stay,
it because he know it. Like,
y'all stay on that grind.
Stuff happened, and the first thing they do is call the bishop.
There is only 5 people who get through to my phone after a certain time.
Right, but it's still relatively early right now, so it's not like it's around that time yet. In about 25 minutes, it will be that time.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Try to call my phone right now.
Listen, no, you don't know, Key. That do not. I don't worry about it because he still answers me. But that do not disturb will definitely go on his phone. You will get that notification.
I promise you. All right.
Oh no, Key. Don't get me wrong. He will respond to some, because I don't want to.
No, I got you.
He's not gonna respond, but you gonna get the notification. No, and I laugh every time because he's gonna call me right back. Like, I'm not worried. He's gonna call me right back.
He definitely does.
You gonna get the notification.
D-Lo, you got yours on too.
I sure do. You ain't lying.
Yours
You ain't lying. I never said that I wasn't party to it. I am a card carrying member.
So wait, somebody told me today. No. Somebody told me today. They was like, "Do not disturb is for young people." I was like, "I'm still young."
Right. As long as I need to do not disturb, I'm still young.
No, he did.
I'm young enough to use do not disturb. Absolutely
what
true.
What you saying to me? I'm still young. That do not disturb is guarding that phone, yo.
It's doing it. Listen, when Apple came up with that joint in iOS 15, I said, this is a game changer.
They were led of the Holy Ghost.
Right. When they announced that, I was like, yes.
They were led of the Holy Ghost.
Game changer. click
No,
on.
and the crazy thing is that you can go in there and you can permit those who you want
Yep.
to get
And
passes,
I short. Listen,
right?
Okay.
I will listen.
And so there's only 5 people that can get past it. 4 of them got my last name.
I understand totally. I understand totally. In mine, it's my sister, it's my brother, my mother, the Archbishop.
No, the Archbishop can't get through to your phone. Stop it.
He can. He can. He on the
You do
list.
not have
Better
him.
not put
You do
Bishop
not have
Figueroa
him in
on Do
clearance.
Not Disturb.
You do the way
I want to say something, but he
you
might
do
be
not have
watching,
him in clearance.
so I can't say it out loud.
but you don't
Bishop
have.
like
I
that?
know you don't have him in clearance.
I'm telling you for a fact, I do. I just don't.
No.
There just be times where I just
No.
don't answer it.
You do not have the Archbishop in clearance in your D&D.
I will screenshot my
No, stop.
my
You might
favorites
have him-
and drop it in the group. I
You
promise
have
you
him.
he's on here.
Because
I
you
promise
changed
you
it
he's
right
on.
now.
No,
Instead of screenshot
it's in
your
my
video.
right hand. I'm holding it. I'm not touching nothing.
The
He's
real
on here.
question is, what does
No.
Butler have?
The Archbishop
Butler
can get past his phone in sleep mode. But he can't get past that phone and do not disturb. And how I know is because when he can't get through to Dwayne, he rings my phone.
Listen, he got to tell the whole story because that actually works both ways, Keisha. That works both
I
ways.
know it works both ways. I'm sure
Because
it does.
if he
'Cause
can't get a
Butler
hold
ain't
of Butler,
innocent.
I'll get a phone call. You talk to Butler?
I'm sure. Because Butler ain't innocent.
Because Butler good for going to sleep.
He sure is.
And then at 1:30, the Archbishop is calling my phone.
I'm going to sleep.
You still up, son? Call Butler. Get him on the phone.
I'm going to sleep.
Like, sir,
Last
it's
night.
1
Last
o'clock
That
in the
sounds like
morning.
something he would say,
Last-
D-Lo.
Sir,
That
it's
sound
1
like-
o'clock in the morning.
Last night, coming back from Bishop Billings' house, I drove from the National Harbor to my doorstep yesterday.
Oh, you didn't play. You went straight home.
Wide awake. Next subject. Come on, let's go. Because J-Mac is obviously not coming tonight. He didn't took the night off.
Probably did.
I'm shocked that he was the one in the chat talking about we're going to
So
have a
hype
great
about this
conversation today.
conversation. Yeah.
Like, where you at? So, shifting gears, Bucks lead 69-68, 5:02 to go in the third
Back up.
Magic
Let's
call.
back
A
quick.
full
See that?
time up, full timeout. That's one thing I noticed about these quarterfinal games, even from last year. There's no defense played in these quarterfinal games of the Emirates Cup. But I think that's a league thing because they want to see offense. Willie Green, what's going on, my brother?
Really?
What's going on, family? Good to see you as always. Giannis leading all scorers with 24 points on today. Jalen Suggs having a good game as well for the Magic as well. And Dame Lillard, 13 points, 7 assists as well, having a pretty decent game. So shifting gears, we got to talk about baseball, which we never usually get to talk a lot about, but something huge transpired this week, as in the richest contract in professional sports history was handed out this week when the New York signed free agent outfielder Juan Soto to a 15-year, $765 million contract. Yes, you heard me correctly. 15 years, $765 million. They are handing out monopoly money in the MLB.
Yeah,
They handed out monopoly money.
My husband plays baseball.
Your husband plays baseball. Here she goes. She said she told us today she no longer wants a basketball player. She now wants a baseball player.
He plays baseball.
She wanted a basketball. She wanted a 6'4" basketball player. Now she'll take a 6'3" baseball player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he plays.
My brother. So, this huge contract, there's been a lot of discussion that we've been having all day, which is why they're quiet. I told them to try to save some of these bullets for the show because we had a fantastic conversation in our group chat about it, which we want to bring to y'all because we want to know your thoughts on it as well. Firstly, let me ask you in the audience, type it in the comments. Do you think Juan Soto got too much money? Number two, stay with me. Number two, Is Juan Soto, I know the contract says so, but in terms of value to a team, is Juan Soto more inherently valuable than Shohei Ohtani? Shohei Ohtani got $600 million last year as a pitcher and a hitter. People forget because he just DH'd last year because he was recovering from a pitching injury. He took last year just to DH last year and be a hitter, but he's coming back as a pitcher next season. So he's going to be the only pitcher in professional baseball who actually hits every day. Because as we know, the DH is now in both leagues. So and he got $600 million, which at the time we were all like, that's obviously monopoly money, but we said it was good monopoly money.
He got 600 for how long though?
He got I will have to look at it again, but he got 600 for a number of years. Here's J Mac just in time. J Mac is in the building.
You late.
Ministry
That man got
calls.
5 little
I
kids.
said that. See, I said that.
Ministry calls.
I
was on
felt like saying that. I'm sorry because they always say I'm late. Felt good.
I
Oh,
know.
so
Felt good.
It felt
you
good.
needed to get somebody else.
It felt good.
It felt good to be able to put it on me. Okay. I'll
felt
take
good.
She was late today anyway, J Mac. No, so
I
don't
saw
look-
the text.
She was late anyway.
Hush, D-Lo. God.
But I saw the text. I knew you was late. They put it up in the text.
It don't matter how late you
Late.
were, Keisha. You were still late.
Late Carter. That's what they called you.
Late
Okay, well-
Carter.
See?
Next topic. We're moving on.
So we just started our discussion, J Mac, about I asked our audience. Let's see what we got in the comments. Willie Green says he's not worth it. We're asking about if Juan Soto is that much more valuable than Shohei Ohtani, which is one of the things we didn't cover in our group chat, and it was
Yeah,
something I
we
thought
didn't.
about leading up to it, up to this. You know, we talked about the Met and Yankee aspect of it, which for our local fans we will talk about some more. But I had to bring this out here because when you think about what Ohtani brings to the place, and Mike McFadden said it's rare to have a dominant two-way player. I'd rather have him than Juan. I understand it. But you got to remember, Juan is 26 years old. And yes, Sam, I was going to get to that as well. There is an opt-out after year 5.
Wait, well, Juan?
Yes. It's a 15-year contract, but he has an opt-out clause where he can opt out after year 5. So if this guy for the next 5 years hits 60 home runs a season, he could become the very first billion-dollar ball player. Because if you
About
rake it
that?
like that, and I'm telling you what's going to happen. Juan Soto does that. The Mets win a World Series or 2. Juan Soto will be the first billion-dollar ball player. He will be, if that happens. Now, a lot of things have to break right. But if he leads the Mets to a championship, just Cohen's going to back up the truck. Cohen's going to have to give him equity in that company.
Can I say something?
Of course, J-Mac. This your show. Let's go.
I want you to ask that question to me again. Ask that question that you just asked.
Is Juan Soto inherently more valuable than Shohei Ohtani?
To the Mets, yes.
Okay.
To the Mets, he is. To the Yankees, not so much. Because y'all already listen. Judge is already sitting there. And I think that's the piece people don't realize. That's a big part of this too. Soto don't want to share the spotlight with Aaron with Judge.
But he'll share it with
He's had
Francisco Lindor?
But
Because the Mets are
Lindor
Lindor's
is a
team.
different-
We know that. The Mets are Lindor's team.
yeah, right. But Lindor is a different player than Judge. They basically both play the outfield. You understand? Lindor is a shortstop. So I just don't think he wanted to share the spotlight with Judge. I think the second thing is too, let's be honest, Yankee fans. Now, come on. Now, let's be honest. Judge has gotten a pass here.
I mean, not
last
from us,
few
but yes,
postseasons.
for the most part, yeah.
He's gotten come on. Judge has gotten a pass. for his past postseason performances. Even this year, you haven't heard much about his performance. He didn't even hit a buck. You don't think Soto is sitting there saying, listen, I'm putting in the work. I'm sitting here, I'm doing my job.
And by the way, Lindor was fantastic for the Mets in the playoffs.
He was the second, he was the runner-up for NL MVP.
Didn't Judge won AL MVP, right?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
And Otani won the National League
did.
MVP.
Yes.
He did win.
So it was the battle of the MVPs in the World Series.
So go ahead, Jay, because I got something to say.
No, I'm talking about his playoff performance, Bishop L. I'm not talking about regular season. We know he got that. But if Bishop D'Lo pulls up his last three, 4 postseason performances, y'all gonna be shocked at the numbers. That's what you gotta understand. And he's never gotten bashed for it. He's never gotten bashed for it because he's had such great regular season. But he's not, what has he done in the postseason?
I know one thing. If George Steinbrenner was alive, he'd have got killed.
Exactly. And that's my next point.
If George Steinbrenner was alive, oh my God, you would have seen Dave Winfield Part 2.
So I was just gonna say that in 58 postseason games with the New York Yankees, spanning from 2017 to 2024, this includes 7 postseason appearances.
Look at these numbers
for Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge has a batting average of .205 in the playoffs, with an on-base percentage of .318, which is awful.
An on-base percentage of .318.
OPS of .768, which is well below his career.
Wow. How many RBIs, how many home runs?
Oh, we talking about last
30,
year? I mean, this year?
No,
we talking about
over the course of the seven years in the playoffs.
Totality.
16 homers, 34 RBIs. 7 years of postseason, 58 total games.
Willie Green, I disagree. He ain't tell you how many times he struck out yet. They have pitched to him.
Strikeout.
They pitched to him.
Okay, so to that, he has walked. Where is I just had the stat? He's walked 36 times. He has struck out 86 times.
He struck out 86 times, Willie Green.
He has struck out twice as many times as he's walked. Little more than twice as many times as he's walked.
Wait, how many RBIs and how many home runs?
16 homers, 34 RBIs.
He got 16 home runs in the postseason?
Yes, total. For his career.
Total.
This is a man who owns the Yankee record for homers in a single season.
So
You got to understand. So Soto was looking at this and like, hey, wait a minute. I'm playing behind this guy. And this guy ain't doing nothing and nobody's saying nothing to him. I don't want to be a part of this.
Well, part of that is Aaron Boone's fault because, he wasn't playing behind him. One of the things was he put Soto in front of him in the lineup.
Well, that's what I meant.
Which
right.
I thought wasn't a good idea.
Right.
Soto should have been his protection. You put the protection behind him. My lineup, instead of hitting, I liked having Glaber leading off. I would have hit Jazz Chisholm second. I would have had Judge hitting third, and I would have had Soto hitting fourth and Stanton fifth. That lengthens out my lineup a little bit because the bottom of that Yankee order was terrible.
But Bishop D'Lo, I want to ask Bishop L and I want to ask Key. What do y'all think about those players? Now, Key, because Key asked, he said, Key thought we talking about this year. No, this is for the totality of his playoff career. These are his career playoff numbers.
He struck out 20 times this postseason alone, Willie, by the way.
He struck out 20 times this year in the postseason this year. You can't explain. You cannot make excuses there. Come on now.
What was your question, J Mac? Bishop J Mac?
What do you think of those numbers?
They're atrocious.
Yeah, you can't argue with it.
And I think
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
I think like you said, he is catching a pass. He is catch.
Bucks are starting to pull away at the end of the third, 80-72 over the Orlando Magic. Go
He
ahead,
is
L.
he is catching a pass, and like I say, if George Steinbrenner was alive, he would not be catching that pass. George Steinbrenner would have let him have it. This culture of the Yankees
Sports.
has leaked down into the fan base as well, right?
On some
And
levels, I agree. On some levels, I
and,
absolutely agree.
and the media base, right? The way that this Yankee team is ran now, it has leaked into the fan base. So the fan base is being very pacifier with this ball club. And the media is not really saying nothing neither, because this is just a very clean and polished organization. Like they're not going after it like we, those of us who understand 96, 98, 99, 2000, and then '09. Like we understand.
Like I don't even count the '09 really, because those weren't, those were A-Rod's Yankees, but I get what you're saying.
No,
Right.
they were still Derek Jeter's Yankees.
Yeah, the
You
core
think
four is
so?
still there.
Yeah, the core four was still there.
The
So
core
yeah,
four is still there, right?
yeah, that's still
And
Derek Jeter's team.
A-Rod can't win that championship without the core four and Hideki.
And that year they don't win without A-Rod. To be
And they
honest,
don't win without
I was gonna
A-Rod.
say, let's not.
They
A-Rod
don't win
came
without
up
A-Rod.
big.
Yeah,
he did.
yeah. So, listen, I really believe that it's time to shake some things up in that ownership.
Aaron Judge shouldn't be hitting leadoff anytime. And
No.
again, but the analytics, again, the stupid analytics. You had Aaron Boone having I saw many games where Aaron Judge was leading off during the regular season, and I'm like, why would I put my best power hitter in the leadoff spot? That's crazy to me.
Willie-
Because the
Willie's
analytics
wilding out.
because the analytics say it gets him an extra at bat or two per game over the course of a season, and I get that. But they're just some guys who, like, I was the when I played baseball and in my on my sandlot team, I had a bunch of rakers because we were a traveling team. So I hit leadoff on that team. On my high school team, though, I batted third because depending upon what I could bring to the table, because I could hit for power. But on my traveling team, I didn't need to. But on my high school team, because John Jay's high school team sucked, our baseball team sucked. Our basketball team was great. Our baseball team sucked. I had to hit third on that team because that's where you put those guys who are going to hit for a high average and hit for some power. You don't put them in the leadoff spot. That's crazy. They're not table setters.
Listen, I'm sorry. You got to put the responsibility on Judge. You can't.
Absolutely.
And this is what I'm saying in the comments. You making excuses. If this would have been anybody else, they would be destroyed right now for those numbers in the playoffs. And you the home run league king, and you the MVP.
The league MVP.
You would be getting they would be getting killed. But this is
And
exactly what I'm talking about.
And
what Willie Green is doing. This is what the average Yankee fan does for Aaron Judge.
And you are the captain.
And you're the captain of the Yankees.
And you are the captain. And so let's really talk about what we need to really talk about, right? Your man signed a $765 million contract for 15 years. Let's just keep it 100. What used to draw players to the Yankees is not drawing them to the Yankees anymore.
I want to contrast something though. Shohei Ohtani was in his first postseason action as a professional this year with the Dodgers, in his first year with the Dodgers. I use this as a contrast because he was the National League MVP. Because obviously we're talking about the battle of MVPs. Ohtani wasn't much better. Ohtani hit .230. Ohtani struck out 22 times.
Ooh.
Otani's OPS was 767, slightly higher than Judge's 757 or 756. So it's tough when you're on that level because, as we know, the playoffs are a different animal.
Yeah,
And
but Otani didn't make a bunch of errors.
I mean, he didn't make a bunch of errors. He made one big error. Judge made one huge error that cost the Yankees a chance to go back. Because I firmly believe that if the Yankees win Game 5,
If
they
we win
win
Game
that
5,
series.
we win the series. I
And
agree.
and the Dodgers said that as well because they were already thinking, we don't want to get back on this plane and go back to L.A. because they were going to go back to L.A. tight, knowing that they lost the last 2 games. And remember, I said it, when Garrett Cole was dealing that night.
But it's also the way that the Yankees are constructed hitting wise.
Poorly
Everything is a
constructed.
home
Horrible.
run with them. It's home. It's feast of famine. They don't have any table setters. That's been the problem with the Yankees for the last few years. It's feast of famine. Carlos Stanton, he's a home run hitter. Judge, home run. Everything is home run, home run, home run. Nobody there to set. You look at those teams that we talking about from the 90s. We had table setters. Bernie could hit for power or he could hit for average.
I saw a video. I wish I had saved it, but I saw a video the other night where they went through the 1998 Yankee lineup, player by player, from 1 to 9, and the caption basically said, "This was the most feared lineup in the history of Major League Baseball."
98.
And let me,
98.
yeah,
I think you did put that in the chat, D-Law.
I don't remember if I did or I didn't. I may have.
Yeah, I
Look
think
at
you did.
96.
96 was crazy, but 98 was that 114 win season
Yeah, but
where they was just destroying everybody.
You have Fat City coming off the bench. Cecil Fielder. You had Cecil Fielder coming off the bench to hit. Do you understand me? Cecil Fielder? Oh, we just gonna bring Cecil in the pinch hit. That's all.
In the 1998 World Series, I'm just gonna pull out Game 4. Game 4 of the 1998 World Series. Leading off, Chuck Knobloch. Batting second, Derek Jeter.
Paul O'Neill.
Batting
gotta say
third,
nothing about Derek.
Paul O'Neill.
Batting
fourth, Bernie Williams. Bernie Williams was the cleanup hitter.
Bernie was the
Batting
cleanup,
fifth.
not Paul
Batting
O'Neill.
fifth, Constantino Martinez.
Tino Martinez.
Batting sixth was
You had
Scott
batting
Brosius.
six. Batting no, because batting sixth throughout the course of the year, batting sixth, you had to pick Joe Torre had.
Yeah, that's true. He had options. I'm just pulling out specifically Game 4. I'm just pulling out
And
specifically Game
in the
4.
World Series, remember they moved Scott Brosius up in the lineup because he was so hot.
And Brosius
They
is batting
moved
sixth.
him up.
Mind you, Brosius ended up being your MVP.
And they swept the Padres.
Batting seventh, Ricky Leday.
Ricky Leday. There's a name
Batting
from the
eighth,
past.
Joe Girardi. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher, Andy Pettitte, because those were the days because the game was in San Diego.
That
Right,
lineup
if it was
is
in
crazy.
if it was in the National League Park, then you didn't have no DH. Right.
That lineup is crazy.
That's Game 4.
But that's not even. But he hasn't talked to you about who's coming off the bench yet. He haven't even mentioned that.
Now, Willie, I definitely agree. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go into the bench. But Willie, I definitely agree with this. But I believe that's this two sides of the same coin, because I believe that's part of what J Mac was saying about the construction of the lineup, the hitting philosophies. And L was saying even during the series, he wants the hitting coach fired because the hitting philosophy was different. And I agree with that. Because when did the hitting philosophy change from being a table setter, from taking strikes, from working the zones?
Yo, Chuck Knobloch was the best.
He was one of the best.
He would foul pitch
after pitch. Jeter too. If you were a starting pitcher in the first inning, between Knobloch and Jeter, you were throwing 20 pitches to the first two hitters.
They was already in your bullpen by the third inning.
Oh yeah,
20.
they worked everybody. By the fifth inning, your starter was out of the game.
So there goes.
Sometimes the third inning,
So
they would
there
be
goes-
they would have the bullpen in already.
They would wait you and foul you off into submission.
But now listen, guys, because what we're doing is we are
Comparing.
having a nostalgic moment.
Yeah, we're comparing the
Well, no, I mean it's not even. Yeah,
Sideburner
it's
era.
not, the style
this
has
era.
changed. I agree with that.
Right? No. But the real issue is, why did this boy leave the Yankees to go to the Mets?
We know
I mean,
why.
we've been talking about this all day, so we're gonna
It's
welcome
not the
y'all.
money, though. I'm telling you,
It is not the money.
It's not.
It
So
is
let me-
Say
not
it's a
the
little
money.
bit of the money.
Well, let me welcome our viewers and listeners into the conversation. So we've been talking literally all day about reasons why Juan Soto took the money and made the decision to leave the Bronx and go across the bridge to Triborough to Queens.
Who has an echo?
I'm not sure who's got an echo. Somebody got an echo. But he decided to go across the Triborough to Queens. So with that, what do you all think? Willie says $5 million. Nope, $5 million is not life changing.
It ain't enough.
That's
It's
$5 million
is
that's not enough.
when you getting offered $760 million.
Not a major difference.
$5 million is not enough to take you away from where you want.
In New York, that's tax money.
Right.
Yes.
Where you
That's basically
want.
what it is.
Now
They taking that.
that I agree with. I don't think he wants to be the main guy, but I just think he didn't want to be in the shadow of Aaron Judge. That I believe.
That
He did
I
not want to
said-
be in the shadow of Aaron Judge. I don't
Okay.
think he's going to the
In
Mets
the
think
chat.
he's the main guy because Lindor is there. But I do agree with the first part of what Willie Green said. He want to be he want to be the main guy. I don't think he want to be the main guy. I think he don't want to be in the shadow of Aaron Judge. That I
in the
think.
chat. In the chat.
Especially after Aaron Judge hit 0.5 in the World Series.
Willie thinks that he does. Willie thinks that he wants to be the main guy. I mean,
Lindor, that's Lindor's team. We know
firstly,
Yeah, it's Lindor's team, but
as-
$765 million says
we
this
know
is
who-
your team, buddy.
We know
In the
whose
game-
team it is, but do you feel like he's going into that mindset to think that he wants to? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if he thinks that.
I think the main guy argument is a bit of a misnomer in a sport like baseball, in that in baseball you can't have a main guy. Baseball is not like a basketball, where basketball you got to be a two-way player. Basketball, you can be that singular talent who puts a team over the hump. Baseball is a collective. You need all 9 guys performing. Now, you do have your guys who are going to be the leaders of that team. You do have your guys who you expect to come through in the clutch. So I would agree that it's not a main guy thing. I don't think that it's a main guy
it's
thing.
not a main guy.
It's simply a preference thing for whatever his
And
logic
it's not
is.
a $5 million thing
It's
either.
definitely not $5 million.
So he just
Definitely
don't
not
like.
that.
No, I know what it is. Juan Soto is a part of a generation that does not feel like the Yankees are as important as everybody else felt that they were. The Yankees are corny now. Yes, we're going to win. Don't get me wrong. We're going to win, but the culture at Yankee Stadium is corny now. Let's just keep it
But
up.
Bishop L, it's like that everywhere. No, this generation don't care about nostalgia. They
No.
don't care about Monument Park. They don't care about.
They don't care about that.
Pinstripes. They don't
They don't
care
care
about
about that.
Yankee Stadium being hollow ground. None of that stuff matters to this. They
Well,
don't care
first
about
of all-
MSG being the mecca of basketball.
First
that
of
stuff
all-
don't matter to these kids.
First of all, Jay, this Yankee Stadium ain't hollow ground.
I know that. I didn't want to say it. but-
that changed in 2008.
Right,
When
This
they tore the old stadium
when they
is
knocked
not
down the
hollow
real Yankee
ground.
Stadium.
So that's gone. On top of the fact that George Steinbrenner is not the head anymore. All of that stuff matters. And these young kids are like, don't nobody really care about that. Like the Yankees haven't won in 15 years.
And a lot of these kids now don't even remember 15. Weren't
You
even
don't remember that
alive.
2009 win?
Right. Juan Soto was 11 when the Yankees won the World Series.
You think he cares about that Yankee win? Like, yo,
I said this.
it's been 15 years. You know what was drawing everybody to the Yankees? When they kept winning. And it was it was almost a foregone conclusion
But
they were not going to lose.
I have to respond to this comment. Willie says if he loses with the Mets, he don't have the responsibility on his shoulders. It's Lindor, so it's not. So it's a money grab. He didn't have the responsibility
disagree.
in the Bronx. But
No.
this is just it. He didn't
I
have the responsibility in the
disagree.
Bronx. The Yankees lost this year, and everybody heaped it on Aaron Judge.
And
Nobody
they kept
put
Aaron
any
Judge.
of it right, and nobody put it on him at all. So
Not a money
And
grab,
it is
Will.
going to be on him because of that contract.
It's
You
not-
best believe, buddy,
Oh, yeah.
765, he's not skating by.
He's in the
going
spotlight.
to be helped.
And
Right now.
Steve Cohen is
Listen.
exactly Steve Cohen is exactly what everybody is calling him. The new George Steinbrenner.
Yes.
Mike Piazza was already in Queens when Bobby Bonilla showed up. And when the Mets were not winning, they put it on Bonilla because he had the bigger contract.
He had the bigger contract.
And
they're
that's
gonna
exactly
put
what's
it,
gonna happen.
if he don't
Even
perform,
though Piazza was already there.
I'm watching, but I'm telling you, you don't get to make seven, you don't get the richest contract in
And don't get the
MLB
blame,
history, and there's
Yeah.
no responsibility later.
Scherzer and
Exactly.
Verlander got no blame
Exactly.
for them taking Cohen's money when he first got here and not even pitching really for the Mets that year.
Right. Right. You're right. You're right, Bishop D'Lo. You're
The
right.
pressure-
They got
on.
nothing. They got Scherzer and Verlander got nothing. And then Verlander gets traded back to Houston and becomes a freaking all-star again.
Right.
Which was crazy to me.
But I'm telling you, if anybody thinks that this guy ain't gonna get no pressure from signing that contract, I'm telling you now.
But Willie,
This
this
thing
is
gonna
not
be a
about whether
noose
he
around his
cared
neck
or
if
this
he
is not
don't
about
play.
whether he cared or not. This is
First
about
of
the
all-
scrutiny that comes with the signing the big contract.
Willie is disagreeing with the fact that I said the Yankees are corny now. That is very true.
Nah, you're right. I have to agree with you, Bishop Butler. Yes.
It's very true. This is
It's not the same.
This is not the Yankee ball club that was the evil empire. Like,
Even Bob Watson. Bob Watson was a great GM and did what George told him to do.
I miss the evil empire.
we're not the evil empire anymore.
The
I so
Dodgers
miss
are
the
that.
evil
That's what
empire.
the
The
Dodgers
Yankees
Yeah.
are not. We're not the
Dodgers
the
are now the evil empire.
The
You ain't
Dodgers
y'all
gonna
spent
so-
lie.
$1
so
billion
soft now? That's
this
what you
year
saying, D-Lo?
on their team. $1 billion
We
in
must be
salary. That was a costly ring they bought. $1 billion. They the evil empire out west, out there.
Willie, I think that's what they're saying, though. I think they're saying that this is not the Pops. This is something totally different.
Oh no, we've been very
We've
clear
been
on our
agreeing
takes
about
all
that.
throughout the season about the fact that Hal is not George, and on certain levels that's good, but on most levels that pertain to putting the right team out there. Like I agree with like George would just throw money at players that he liked. So
Jason Giambi.
right, I never liked that, and quite honestly, it never worked. But when he listened to his baseball, baseball
Jason Giambi
people,
didn't get a ring with us.
No,
no, Giambi,
he did not get a ring with us. No,
No.
he did not.
Remember in 2009, that was
or Gary Sheffield for that matter.
which I think stunk because I like Gary Sheffield, but
Gary Sheffield didn't get a ring with us.
No, he did not, bro.
No.
He got his ring with the Marlins.
Yes, sir.
correct. The Yankees will be fine if Boone is gone. It's not just Boone, because y'all got to.
Oh, you don't want to talk about this with me, Will?
Aaron,
Because I think
Aaron-
Cashman needs to go too.
Aaron Boone is a figurehead, and that's why he's the manager.
Cashman needs to go too.
Cashman and the analytics department are running that team. And they picked Boone because Boone is the antithesis of a Joe Torre, of a Buck Showalter, of a Joe Girardi, in that they're going to look at the analytics, but ultimately for them, managing is still a gut thing. And so there are going to be some decisions that they make based on the eye test and not what the book tells them to do. They wanted somebody in there who was going to do what their analytics told them to do, no matter what. Hence, you take Garrett Cole out of game 2 at 83 pitches.
Because the analytics say you're supposed to take
Because the analytics said, and mind you, Garrett Cole missed half a season, so in October, he was rounding into form. He can go to 110 at this point.
Even though Boone's gut may have said, I really want to keep him in.
He's not. Boone wants to keep his job because Boone has to realize, but Boone doesn't have the cachet to where if there are some managers that, because I believe that with a Joe Girardi or for Joe Torre, if they say forget the analytics, I'm gonna go with my gut because of who they are and because of their track record as managers. If it fails once or twice, because that can happen, they're not going to deal with the repercussions that a Boone who has never won anything is going to deal with. Boone understands that if I don't do what they say, I'm going to lose and it goes wrong, I'm going to lose my job.
Hence, that's why he still has his job, because he did what they said.
Exactly.
They gave him an extension. This is not the Yankees that we know.
But getting back to the question,
Sam, Scott Morris is always going to win.
Getting back to the question, why is Soto not in the Bronx? I think it's simply because he just didn't want to be there.
He didn't want to be here. This team is not as appealing as everybody tries to continue to make it be. It's not that team anymore. The uniform is whack. It's all whack.
Now wait a minute.
What?
The pinstripes will never be whack.
You hear this? See, Butler. This is what you talking about right here.
This is what I talked about.
All right, calm down.
I mean, no.
This is what I talked about.
I'm a Yankee. I'm a Yankee fan. Yes, absolutely. But y'all also know I study the business side of things. You can't say that the jersey is whack when it is still the Yankee jersey and the Yankee hat are still the highest selling jerseys and hats in Major League Baseball. They are part of the fabric of American
but Butler's
culture.
Not talking about the fans.
Nobody, and not only
I'm not talking about the fans.
I'm talking about the players. But not only that, nobody is debating the fact that it is the number one leading jersey, right? Come on, you can change the look of your franchise and still outsell with a throwback.
They've changed the look of the jersey because when I picked up MLB The Show on a PlayStation, and you can actually cycle through years of Yankee jerseys, and you can see the difference from 2009 till now of how even the subtle changes that the Yankee jersey has gone
it's
through.
The same jersey. Stop it, man.
No, it's not. It's really not. Like this year,
the grays are different.
The gray was darker this year, and that navy blue New York is much darker.
Yeah.
And there's no outline. And there's no outline. Like,
are you listening to yourself?
Now the home jersey has not changed.
Hold on a second. The
home jersey has not changed.
Are you listening to yourself? Wait a minute.
But it's the truth. Look at the road jersey from 2009 and look at the road jersey from this season. They are different.
Butler's not talking about the road jersey though. He's actually talking about the home jersey.
I mean the home. No, I'm just saying the home jersey.
About the home jersey too.
Oh, they're never going to change the home jersey.
Oh,
they're never going to change the home jersey.
They still
you're stuck. You're stuck
on the team.
You are stuck. Just
no
like
facial hair.
Just like the Yankees.
I'm not stuck.
You're stuck. You're looking at this jersey and you're saying, "Oh, they took the white trimming away from the numbers, so that makes it different." It's the same damn jersey. It's the same jersey. Just because you changed the tag from Fruit of the Loom to Hanes don't mean it's a different white T-shirt. It's the same white T-shirt.
No, actually, it does make a difference. You can tell the difference between one of them dollar store T-shirts and a Fruit of the Loom T-shirt. You can tell the difference. You can, because the dollar store got the T-shirt, got the white T-shirts in the pack.
Not the
same uniform.
No,
for the first time, it's not me, Bishop.
Yo, I looked at the uniforms during the season. I looked at the uniforms on MLB, the show, and I do see. What he said?
It's subtle.
He's not defecting the Queens. No, he's
No
not.
way.
Uh-oh.
That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
He's not deflecting.
I mean, Willie, he is wearing a Baltimore Orioles cap right now, but you know.
Right, he's still wearing American League.
He's still wearing a Baltimore Orioles cap.
Willie.
He's not going to the National League. I don't think
That's
he's going to
because
the National
when we
League.
moved into this new home that we live in, they lost all my baseball caps. I don't want to talk about that.
Oh,
I had
you can make yourself mad.
I had 50 baseball caps, and they're all gone. This is the only one that I have, and I don't have a haircut.
Yankee fans.
Somebody from that moving company is out here chilling with all your hats.
He was the greatest thing since sliced bread when they were going to sign him. Now that he didn't sign, now I hear a lot of sour grapes. This ain't right.
Way.
I agree, and that's why I said I'm not mad that he took the money. I'm not mad.
I'm not mad that he took the money.
I'm not mad that he went to Queens.
Y'all
know how I feel.
Well, no, when I say he took the money, I mean he took the money. Let's be real.
I'm not
saying that was the. I'm not saying that was the deciding factor, but he did take the money.
Okay,
he did take the money.
Let's deal with it.
Pete, that wasn't the deciding factor. $5 million. Come on.
I mean, that's really not a major difference.
No, it's not the deciding factor.
He took the money. Y'all know how I feel. I said in the chat.
Let's deal with this. Let's deal with this. It has all to do with how corny our Yankees have become.
Are you going to say corny? I don't think we're corny.
Yeah, we whack. I ain't even gonna hold you. We whack. We ain't. Yo,
I think the way our organization is being run is whack.
It's whack, and we're not exciting. Listen, and we're not. We are not exciting until September. Until September. That's the only time we're exciting. Let's just be real. We're not exciting during the course of the year. We're exciting when September comes. We look at the standings. Okay, we're going to the playoffs. It's time. Let's go. Lick our chops.
I mean, but you got to remember, we're never going to get another 1998. 1998 was one of those years where all year was exciting because they were just like beating the brakes off of everybody.
Every game at home, they was playing Frank Sinatra. Every game.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, like it literally went. Yeah, it went. The ninth inning went from Enter Sandman when Mariano came in right into Frank Sinatra, New York, New York.
So here's the we're talking. Why do you decide? Let me jump on the 4 train to Times Square, hop over to the 7, and go to Flushing. Why do you decide that? You're staying in the same city. So it has nothing to do with the city.
No.
It has nothing to do with the pressure.
He wanted to be in New York. It has nothing to do with the pressure.
No.
It has nothing to do with any of that.
No.
It has all to do with, in this kid's mind, this generational talent, this kid who is brought up in a certain culture, it has all to do with the fact that he felt like this team in Queens.
And you would think him being Dominican, that Washington Heights and the Bronx thing would have been a big deal, and it ended up not being.
Also, you got to also understand this. Soto don't want to be included with all those other legends. He wants to be a legend on his own. He doesn't want to be included with Ruth, with Gehrig, with DiMaggio, with Mantle. He don't want to be included with Jeter. He's going across. Wow, they closed the gap, y'all.
98-95, Bucks lead the Magic by 3. 4:03 to go in the fourth quarter. Emirates Cup first game. The other game, OKC and Dallas, will get underway shortly.
I'm calling that game.
Continue.
He wants to make his own legacy too. Going to the Mets don't have no legacy.
They got 86. They got 86. They got 69. Is it 69?
That's it.
But those are major. But
nobody talks about those teams like they talk about those Yankee players.
69,
but you know what happened?
69 is more. 69 was a legacy because they came out of nowhere and they were only 7 years old. And in those days, new teams didn't win championships, so that was a big deal.
Tug McGraw.
'86 was a little bit different only because like they were the favorite out the gate and they won that division by 20 games.
Right.
Like they ran away with it in
And
'86.
And here's what I said earlier in our chat. Everything the Mets did this year had you looking in the dark. They was coming to get Soto. I don't care what nobody says.
Well, Cohen said that.
They was coming to get him. They swept us.
And you can't
In
discount
the
the fact
stadium and in City Field.
And in City Field, they swept us.
And you also can't discount the fact that Cohen and Boris have a relationship.
They retired number 16, retired number 18.
Finally.
D-Lo.
They did everything to show this kid Soto, yo, you want to be in a culture where, here we go, because I'm getting ready to say something. This is a take. You want to be in a culture where people who look like you are also important.
That's interesting to say because that brings to light, and I'm gonna go there.
That's a good point.
This is about to open up a whole
I'm
nother.
logging off.
This is about to open up a whole nother can of worms.
But it's
This
true,
goes
King.
back to the reason why Ken Griffey Jr. never wanted to be a Yankee.
That's right.
Yo, like, and so you got a kid who's like,
and George wanted him, and Ken Griffey Jr. was like, "No, I will never play for that team."
He meant it, and
he didn't. Yes, Ken Griffey Jr. is on record saying that he never wanted to be a Yankee because he saw the difference in how white players' kids were treated versus how black players' kids were treated when he was growing up. Because remember, his father,
kicked him
Ken
out
Griffey,
of the dugout as a kid.
Ken Griffey Sr. was some of his best years were on the New York Yankees. Yes, Ken Griffey Sr. was an all-time solid New York Yankee. And Griffey, because in baseball, back in those days, late 70s, early 80s, they would let the players' kids go and play and stuff. And he said when he saw other players' kids, the white players, their kids were allowed to run around on the field and do whatever before games. And this was a common practice in baseball. Like it's not anything new. When he tried to do it, he was kicked off the field. And he looked up and realized he was the only black kid that was kicked off the field. And he never forgot it. And he said for that reason, he never wanted to be a New York Yankee.
He didn't forget that.
Now that had nothing to do with George, but George paid the price for it, baby.
He did. I'm sure a lot of people got fired.
They kicked him out of the clubhouse as a kid.
I'm sure, and not for nothing, you got to remember Ken Griffey Sr.'s manager at the time was a known racist by the name of Billy Martin.
So,
Billy Ball.
And I hate to create the conspiracy.
No,
right?
it's legit. It's legitimate.
These are things that you have to think about when you realize this kid didn't leave New York.
No, he didn't.
But
He just left the Bronx.
New York. He stayed in New York and he went across town to a team.
The closest thing we had, Willie, was a guy named Jeter, and he light skinned, so it's kind of
and Bernie.
Well, no, Willie was the captain, yes, but he was never the leader. Think about it. Willie was the captain, but Don Mattingly was the face.
The Yankees have had some black players, right?
Oh yeah, they've had great black players.
They've had great black players,
but nobody was the lead.
The only one who ever actually was the face who was black was Jeter, and he's biracial.
He's biracial.
Correct.
You're not supporting the argument by saying that shit.
But isn't
that the argument?
But he's the only one in over 100 years.
That's the argument, Keith.
That is the argument.
That literally is the argument.
No, what I'm saying is you're not giving the Yankees any support. I don't really want to have this conversation like
they
this.
haven't had a black player, like a strong black player since Dave Winfield.
I am a diehard Yankee fan. But when I think back at how my grandmother refused to be a Yankee fan.
That's why there's a lot of old Met fans, because they would not be a
grandfather refused to be a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
And the reason that they told me they would not be Yankee fans, when my first baseball glove was a Ricky Henderson baseball glove.
Right, Willie. Exactly.
It was a Ricky Henderson baseball glove, and that was because he was on the Yankees, right? I was mad about the Yankees, mad about Ricky Henderson. But 85, 86 comes along, and my grandmother and my grandfather are telling me how the Yankees was a racist community, right? I still held on to the Yankees because you got Ricky, you got Dave Winfield, you got
Yeah, because by
Reggie
that
Jackson.
by that
Reggie
time
Jackson, right? Like
by that time certain things had changed, and we know George wasn't a racist, but
George wasn't a racist, and so
obviously
that racist culture changed with George. It
it
really
began to change with George. Yeah,
it changed with George.
Yeah, the Yankees was one of the last teams to integrate.
yep, that's true.
I'm
That's
just
true
I'm
as
just
well.
giving you some history. Key, I'm
So-
just
Not
giving the
looking good.
history. They
So-
were one of the last
Not
teams
looking
to
good.
They were one of the
So-
last
He
teams
says
to
not looking
integrate.
good.
Not
they
Them
looking
got-
and the
topic.
the Yankees and the Boston Red Sox were two of the last teams to integrate.
Original teams in the league, by the way. And so,
Yep.
so now let's just fast forward to 2024, and you got a kid, Juan Soto, who is not a Yankee. Let's just keep it a buck.
And
He's
with the
not a
Mets,
Yankee.
you had Willie Mays, you had Cleon Jones, you had black players from the beginning.
black
Tug
players with thick mustaches. Those are black players.
George Foster,
Blackity black play.
George
Black
Foster,
players.
you know he was
Right.
washed up. George Foster.
George Foster.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fast
yeah.
forward. You got
And then,
this
of course,
kid,
there was Darryl and Doc and Kevin Mitchell and that
Mookie Wilson.
86 team, Mookie Wilson. That 86 team was a bunch of black kids.
Mookie Wilson.
Ooh. Black
Mookie
men.
Wilson saved the World Series
Ground ball trickling.
in '86. Let's not
Going to
forget
the
that.
Mets. I'm
Fair
going to the
ball
Mets
gets
Stadium.
by
that saved that
Buckner.
series.
Mets
Got
will
it.
win the ball game.
I'm going to the
So-
Mets Stadium. That's what you're telling me.
Built
Got it.
right between the wickets.
No, I'm
Bill
still a Yankee
Buckner.
fan, but
I'm a
No,
Right
I'm going to
between
find him. No, I'm not
right
going.
between
to
the
that.
you go.
wickets. Bill-
She said
Bill
she going over there to
Buckner.
find her man.
No, listen. I'm
He
a,
should go in and get one of them Dominicans over there.
I'm a Yankee fan.
Meda.
I'm a Yankee fan. I can't see myself. I really can't see myself being a Met fan. I'm a Yankee fan.
No, I would never. I would never.
However, when you look at it and you got this kid Juan Soto, and Juan Soto is looking at legacy, looking at the next 15 years of his career, looking at how, there's still a whole lot of stuff that's not being said because there was probably some things that happened in that clubhouse. There's probably some things that happened during the course of the year.
Well, there is a story about the way his family was treated as well.
I
There's
was
a story
gonna
about the way
say-
That's
his
I
why
was
family.
he
gonna
wanted. That's why he allegedly wanted the box.
Oh, and Willie, and don't forget Gary. Yeah, 86 as well. Gary Carter was the face of that team as well. But
I wanted-
but the difference is it didn't diminish Darryl and Doc.
Right.
Because Gary Carter was the face only because they felt like he was the piece, and he was the piece that was going to get them over the hump. Because remember, they fell short in '84 and '85, even with Keith Hernandez, and they felt like they needed that extra power threat in the
They
middle of the
got him
lineup.
from Montreal.
And they went and got Gary Carter. So
Gary
Gary Carter was the
Carter-
face for that reason, and
No,
then he
no,
hit
no.
that opening day walk-off home run, so that helped.
I don't think Gary Carter's the face. Gary
He was the face
Carter,
of that '86 team.
No, Gary Carter is the veteran leadership of that team.
Dwight
not the
and
face.
Darryl were the leaders of that team. And
He's
Keith
not
Hernandez.
the face. He's not the face. Is he the veteran leadership? Most definitely. He's the one that kept that clubhouse under control. He's the one that kept them ball.
'86, there was no control in that clubhouse.
Well,
he
I
got
mean-
them. He gave them enough control for them to win. I get what
No
Right.
control in that clubhouse. That team was wild.
Now off the field,
You
that's
know
a
what I
whole
mean.
different story.
You know what I mean.
That
You know
team
what I
was
mean.
wild. In
They didn't have any.
86.
They didn't have any ego problems in their clubhouse.
Cats
Darryl
missing.
Strawberry. Anytime you so high, you don't make it to the ticker tape parade.
Oh yeah, dude. Dwight Gooden missed the ticket tape parade because he was at his drug dealer's house high.
High as a kite.
He missed the
he
parade,
the ticker tape
Keisha.
parade.
He missed his own parade, and he said he's been on record saying
How
that
do you
was
do
his-
that?
He was a drug addict.
Wait, I'm gonna show you. Wait. You
Oh, so
watching?
that's why
Wait.
that day.
Yes.
You watching?
Yes.
You watching? I'm gonna show you how you do. I'm gonna show you how you miss it.
Sign off. Sign off.
White
Sign
lie.
off. Sign off.
Where's
Sign
Cool Mo
off.
D when you need him?
Sign
And
off,
all the
Davey.
while, I think of you. White lie.
Whoa. Sign
That's
off.
Davey rubbing off on me. That's
He
Davey
Yeah.
rubbing off.
Willie
Yeah.
said Doc and Straw was cocaine cowboys. Yes,
Yes,
they were.
they were.
Yes, they were.
Yes, they were.
Wait, he went and found White Lines. You gonna play it?
Oh my gosh. What? No. No way.
That's
Not
right,
white
Willie Green.
lies.
Line up.
All right,
baby,
turn it up. We
line
can only
up.
do 30 seconds of it. We're gonna do 30 seconds of it. I don't want no flags.
So, P,
But-
that's how you do. That's how that happens. I just want to show you.
Going back to what D-Lo was saying, they said that Soto was getting treated wrong one time.
Well,
I
his
guess, with
family.
the-
His
By
family.
his family and also with the security guard.
Yeah, his
They
family.
said it was like a situation that happened.
Yeah, there was
or
an
whatever.
altercation that
But they
rubbed
don't
him the
know
wrong
if
way.
it's true. Allegedly, this is what.
But that's
people
why
say.
allegedly
Chances
he
are
wanted
stuff
the
like that.
private
There
box.
is some semblance of truth to that.
That's
Now,
why he wanted the private box.
yeah.
But D-Lo, what did you say in the chat though?
Now I will always feel this way. If Jeter and Reggie and all those guys had to pay for their box, they got to pay for it. Then
And in my
who are
personal
you?
opinion-
You got to pay for it too.
And
I
in my
agree.
personal opinion, and again,
You can have it, but you got to pay for it.
I agree.
Nothing wrong with-
I agree with that
and
statement.
in my personal opinion, and again, I will never cross over. I cannot.
Right, Willie Strawberry's a pastor now.
He sure is, but But Strawberry's evangelical, so
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
one
he's
of
not.
them.
He's not Pentecostal.
He's
He's
one
not
of them.
charismatic.
he's
All right,
evangelical.
now we ain't talking about denomination.
But
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
in my opinion, City Field is a better looking stadium.
So wait, y'all know I haven't been on Facebook like that, social media. Period.
City Field
Why
is a
when
better
I
stadium,
logged
yo.
on?
I hear
when
City
I-
Field has better food options. I hear the food
No.
options
Oh,
are
I
better.
heard they got
Why?
great food.
Why
Yeah,
when
I heard this.
logged
I heard
on
the food
today
options are better.
And I was on Facebook. I seen everybody was like, "Yo, I'd rather play at City Field too." Anybody ever been there? That's all I seen on my timeline. I was like, man, people
Because it-
really are okay with Soto.
It
going
looks
over
like the
there. They
old Ebbets.
understand.
It looks like the old Ebbets Field. It looks just like Ebbets Field.
It is actually It's actually Ebbets Field to the 18,000th power.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Right?
a turned up Ebbets Field.
So
Absolutely.
all you got really is the outside facade that gives you that Ebbets Field look. But
Right.
inside, that is a state
a very
art.
very modern stadium.
very
very
modern state of the
I
art.
haven't been to the new Yankee Stadium yet or City Field yet.
Well,
I haven't been to
both.
either.
I've been to
I've
both.
been to the Yankee Stadium. I went
I've been
the
to
game.
both, and
My
here's-
friend invited me.
I've been to both.
$17. Well,
Here's
that
here's
stadium
the problem,
food,
right?
That's stadium
here's
food.
the issue. Here's the issue.
Well, how
Yankee
come?
Stadium, they did everything in their power to make
A
sure
side crowd on
that
it?
it did not deviate from the first Yankee Stadium. They did everything in their power to make it the old Yankee Stadium 2.0.
And when they say the old Yankee Stadium, even I'm talking about the one that predates even the one that we were accustomed to.
Right.
Yes.
Like they went
Right.
complete retro with it.
Yes.
Right.
But I like
Now,
the Yankee
whereas
Stadium.
City Field, they was like, the only thing we want is we want this Brooklyn Dodgers facade out in the front. We want it to look like Ebbets Field, but inside here, it's crazy in there. It's
I mean,
crazy in there.
it's more room to move around out
Yeah.
there as well.
There ain't
you
a
know.
bad seat in there.
And you still have the National Tennis Center down the way. So, in
Right.
late August, you can take in a Met afternoon game and then walk over to the U.S. Open.
Used to be Arthur Ashe, but that's a whole different story.
And
Right.
it's a safer neighborhood after night games.
I was gonna say, is
That's
it easy
much
to get
safer
to?
now.
It's a much safer.
I mean,
neighborhood.
I wouldn't say it's easier to get to because the 7 train to the last stop is still not fun. Well, the next to last stop because Willis Point's actually the last stop. City Field is actually the stop before the last stop. But I wouldn't say it's easier to get to. In terms of public transportation, Yankee Stadium is actually easier to get to.
I was
right, because you got two subways to get you there.
Right, you got the D and the 4.
And the 4.
Yeah.
So, but in
Parking
terms,
is cheaper. Parking
And
Yeah.
is
you got the buses around there. So you got a
Yeah.
lot of transportation to get you to Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
and
So
Jackson Hole is up the block.
it's up the block.
Yes, yes. Up the
That's
block
enough
from
for
Citi
me.
Field.
That's enough for me.
And that's enough for me too.
I never
Like,
been there.
Keisha,
What?
Keisha. Oh my God, you gotta go to Jackson Hole.
And they got 2 or 3 of them in the city too, you know.
I
Yeah,
never
they've
been there.
expanded. Because they've got that one that's there, and they have another one that's a little deeper into Flushing as well, and then they've got the two
It's
in the
on
city
Bell
now.
Boulevard
Yeah,
somewhere.
and
Yeah.
then they've got the. I've been to the one on Bell Boulevard. Theirs is good over there too.
Listen, I went to the one on Amsterdam Avenue. They got one up on Madison.
Oh,
They got one uptown on Madison Avenue. Yeah.
oh, I didn't know about that one. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they don't want exactly.
They don't want
you
us to know about that one, right? They don't want us to know about that one.
So
Okay.
in a nutshell, like I said, and I think we gotta switch topics. I think the Yankees are not appealing anymore. The Yankees are not.
Casey Stengel Depot. Shout out to Casey Stengel Depot.
Casey Stengel Depot.
The Yankees are not appealing.
What? Bell
anymore.
Boulevard one is gone? Oh no.
They become appealing if they begin to win. But see now with the Yankees, they gotta
You don't
win.
understand until you had a burger from. Then you'll understand why I'm
With the
saying
Yankees,
that.
yeah, with the Yankees, they gotta win multiple championships now to become relevant again. Because that's what
Multiple?
absolutely to draw people to this city to want to play here. Absolutely.
We still got Yankee fans.
I mean,
Huh?
That's not
he's
what
not
he's
talking about the
saying.
fans. He's talking about players wanting
Come
to
on,
come
players.
here.
Oh,
Players
oh,
wanting
okay,
to come
okay,
here
okay.
again.
While players want
I
to
got
play here, right? I'm talking about players. Do you know that if you play for the Yankees, you get no shares of jersey sales?
Well, that's Major League Baseball.
No.
Across the board, D-Lo?
Yeah.
No. Name, image, and likeness. Because if your name is on the back of that jersey, you're getting money.
Right, but the Yankees don't have names on the back.
Yankees
of
don't
their
have no names on the back of the jerseys.
9 seconds to go.
I
as we
told y'all I
count
was
down
calling this game. Y'all didn't want to believe me, right?
Bucks. I heard you. I mean, we just wanted to see it play out.
They don't
Bucks
have names on back of the
Lead
jersey.
the Magic by 3.
they
The
Magic
Yankees-
have the ball.
Yo.
The Yankees don't have names on the back of their jersey.
If you got a name on the back of a Yankee jersey,
fake.
It's not authentic.
fake.
It's fake.
It's not authentic.
If it's a name on the back of a Yankees jersey, it's fake.
It's fake.
No, that's the truth.
Nike.
I bought
Fake.
a Derek Jeter batting practice jersey a couple of years ago, and that was the biggest thing for me. I had to go to a spot online where I could order it from someplace, because nowadays they put them on the back of these jerseys and sell them on these sites. And I'm like, nope. I had to find an actual authentic outlet that sold it without the name on the back, because I will not. You get clowned in New York for wearing a Yankee
But
jersey
there's
with a name
so
on the
many
back.
that had them when I went to the Yankees. When I went to the Yankee game, there was
Yeah,
hundreds of
there are
them.
fans that do that because they don't know
Fake.
no better. They don't know
They
no better.
Fake.
Replicas.
I seen old
You-
people
you-
wearing them.
You can get away
Fake.
with it with one of the jersey T-shirts. Like if you wear the blue logo T-shirt, you can get away with it for that. But the actual button-up jersey, you better not have a name on the back of that.
And that goes back to what Butler was saying. That's the
I've
tradition
seen
of the Yankees. The Yankees don't believe in a player being recognized. They believe in the uniform being recognized as the team. The Yankee team is the star, not the player.
And players are like, please. Players are like, you ain't nothing without me.
Is that a bad thing or is that a good business move?
Back then it was good.
Back then it
But
was good.
again, we're in a different era now, Keith.
Back then
I
when you didn't
understand the
want to.
business move about it though.
Back then, no.
Back then it worked though, but now it not so much.
Back
With this
then, when
generation.
you didn't want to put
That's it.
when you didn't want to put a darkie's name on your jersey.
Not a darkie. What?
He's right.
5 seconds to go. It looks like the Bucks will eliminate the Magic and will play the winner of the Knicks versus the Hawks, which will tip off tomorrow at 7 in Vegas on Saturday.
So
Where they play this game at?
Hawks is in New York.
Vegas.
It's at the Garden.
Oh,
Knicks Hawks is at the Garden.
They gotta beat that dude. They gotta beat that.
Trae
They gotta
Young?
beat Trae Young.
Yep.
Yes, they gotta beat him.
We almost won that game that he was talking trash, and we gonna
Talking about it's chilly in here. Get out, New York fans, get out of here.
I tell you that man was
Yeah,
popping
we
junk
gon-
about the Knicks.
Always.
Popping junk.
But Key, you know how long it's been since he's won? He hasn't beaten us since the playoffs. That was the last time they won when we played them in the playoffs. They didn't win since. That last game was the first time they won in over a year and change.
They're gonna help him. They're gonna help him tomorrow.
2 years.
Trust me.
I think so too.
They're gonna help Trae Young tomorrow. Believe me. They're
Oh, he about to get embarrassed. And it's at the Garden?
And it's at the Garden.
Perfect segue into that. I do think the Knicks win and win big tomorrow. There's Karl Anthony Towns looks like a completely different person.
Woo! That's why I'm dressed tonight.
Karl Anthony Towns looks like a completely different person than the player that we saw. And don't get me wrong, he was great in Minnesota. But this New York version of him looks completely different.
Look at Key disagreeing.
With what Willie said. I'm not even paying attention to the whole situation. Yeah, I totally just
Trae Young will never be Reggie Miller.
Never.
And again, you don't really want to be Reggie Miller because we read the stats during the playoffs. For all of this Reggie being a villain, he actually has a losing record at Madison Square Garden against the Knicks over the course of his career. Let's just call it what it is. To me, you want to give somebody that kind of props, you give Jordan those props. You give LeBron those props. Those are guys who have winning records at MSG against the Knicks.
Kobe. Does Kobe
You put Kobe in that conversation.
D-Lo,
You can't put Reggie Miller in that conversation as being he was a villain because of his antics, yes. But at the end of the day, the Knicks still beat him more than he beat the Knicks.
Let me just say this, Willie, and I know you're probably going to be mad, but Trae Young was a Reggie Miller to the Lakers the other night.
Ooh.
I know. And you know how
Ice Trae.
The Lakers.
Ice
he went just like
but
this.
He was a Reggie Miller with that, okay?
That's why he's saying it, because he want him to do it to us. That's why
and
he
hit that three right in front of our faces.
And by the way, that three that Cat hit last night, it was contested.
It was. For the record, when you said not Trae Young, Willie, Trae Young's lifetime record versus the New York Knicks is 6-14. 6-14. That includes the playoffs. 6-14. So he's not really a villain either.
You ain't gonna argue with me about that.
The whole point of being a villain is you have to be able to get the upper hand sometimes, and he's never had the upper hand. He's had moments, but there are a lot of players who have had moments against the Knicks. There are players who have had MSG moments who are lesser players than Trae Young. But I can't consider Trae Young a villain much in the same way I can't truly consider. Now, Michael Jordan, I consider him to be a villain because he kicked our tail in and out of the Garden for years.
He dropped a double nickel on us.
LeBron, I consider him to be a villain because he kicks our tail in and out of the Garden for years.
LeBron almost had a triple-double with a 50-piece.
Those guys are villains. But to as a Knicks fan, those guys are villains. Like, even Steph Curry is not a villain because, quiet as it's kept, the Knicks have a winning record against Steph, too.
Yes, they do.
And
the game he went off for 50, they lost that game.
They lost, exactly.
They lost.
And I'll never forget, one of those big games, I believe I think it was Iman Shumpert that got the block on him late in the game on a Steph Curry shot that sealed the win for the Knicks.
That's it.
Much in the way of last night, the way OG got that block. Great job. But see, again, the dagger three was great. But can I talk about Cat's defense on that next to last play? Stopping RJ Barrett. Because Barrett got in the lane off that pick, which allowed OG to come over and make that block. If he doesn't cut him off, OG can't recover to make that block. So great instincts by Cat, who's playing both ways very well right now.
Willie, the Knicks went home, but come on, you can't be the Willie. Did
he send y'all home? Truthfully, Trae Young didn't have a great series that series. He was good, but it was the role players that beat us, and it was our first time in the playoffs in forever.
It was Bogey and the
but
other guy
again,
who don't play for them no more.
the reality is, look, Reggie Miller sent us home. He's still not a villain because he didn't do it consistently.
Well, I guess I could ask. I guess Denver is the team that sends y'all home every year too.
Jokic is the Laker kryptonite.
Right. Well, let's talk about that since we talking about sending.
I mean, we
home.
won one game, but
now Jokic is the Laker villain. Yes,
Jokic is a villain of the Lakers.
Y'all.
That's the villain.
One game.
That's the villain.
And Murray, Jokic and Murray. Y'all can't stop them dudes.
Jamal Murray will be horrible for 4 games, and then see the Lakers on the schedule 50. And put a triple-double.
Yep. And play the Lakers and drop 50. Yep. That's what he'll do.
Line up.
Shout out to R.J. Barrett for that 30 ball last night. Like, he came to play. He played with a chip on his shoulder last night. This is the R.J. Barrett played like the R.J. Barrett that I think we all believed that we were getting.
Broadway Barrett.
When the Knicks drafted him, he had a great all-around game last night. It wasn't enough, thankfully, but R.J. Barrett played really well last night. He played really well. He just ran into a better Willie. It's not a big man, little man comparison.
The lineup is different.
Willie, you know what? Willie, you do this all the time, bro, and I love you. You love to switch narratives in the middle of the conversation. The conversation is not about what position they play. The conversation is about who is a bigger villain. And the criteria for being a villain we established was having a winning record and kind of owning a team. And we stated that this is why certain players can't be considered villains because of their losing record. Jokic, he's a center, but he has a winning record against the LA Lakers. That's what makes him a Laker villain.
He's almost averaging a triple-double against them.
Well, I'm glad you admit it. You do.
Willie, this is not a good look for you. Stop it.
Listen,
this is what Willie does. This is what Willie do. Willie changed the narrative in the middle of the conversation.
He
keeps throwing it against the wall until it sticks. That's what he does.
In a conversation with Willie, the goalpost is going to move 5 times.
Okay, I need him to stop. We can't do this. We don't look good. We don't look good this way, Willie.
He's doing a fading fast out west, by the way.
It's a Laker fan thing. He's doing the same thing somebody else does.
Did I just do it just now? Do it just now.
She just did it just now.
Did it just now?
Yo, I love this podcast. I
absolutely. She just did it just now.
I love doing this show with y'all.
Jay, did you beat that?
I am asking you a question about the topic that we're talking about.
Oh no, Willie! We didn't say that you flinched. We just said you changed the narrative. That's not fair. You know, talking about it, I sat here and I said, you know, who I consider to be villains. Jordan was a villain. LeBron was a villain. Kobe was a villain. They are villains to the Knicks because they own us. They come in the Garden and they make the Garden their building.
Was Kobe really a villain to us though? Like,
I believe he was.
Kobe dropped 60 in the Garden, bro. Kobe dropped 60 in the Garden, and LeBron came back the next night and almost had the triple-double the next game.
All right, Kobe gave us 60, but Jeremy Lin lit the Lakers up one year.
Now, yeah, Jeremy Lin got him that year. Jeremy Lin got him that year.
And that was right after he was like.
But over the course of his career, Kobe Bryant was 23-11 against the Knicks.
Woo. Yeah.
Yeah. Kobe Bryant was 23-11.
Kobe was that dude.
He was almost a Knicks too. Apparently.
Listen, Lakers are fading fast out west. I had to get your boy George the other day. He got mad with me, but I had to get him.
I haven't been on.
Well, and listen, LeBron James is 22-9 against the Knicks.
How much?
22-9.
Jesus.
LeBron is 22-9. Those are villains.
Yeah, I don't know how you get Trae Young as a villain.
Trae Young is 6, but because of his antics, and because of his antics, the Garden crowd didn't get on Kobe. Like we will watch Kobe in awe because he was so great. But Kobe would go about his business, kill us, and then go to the locker room. LeBron will kill us, go to the locker room. Jordan would kill us and go to the locker room. Trae Young is the only one. Trae Young and Reggie Miller, with losing records, want to stay on the court and dance and do a whole bunch of extra
Go to
foolishness
center court
and
take a bow.
make choke signs at Spike Lee antics. But you got losing records. You're not a villain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good villains don't have to say how great they are. They just go
Yeah,
out there and beat your butt.
He was talking a lot at that game.
Bishop
A
D-Lo.
lot.
Yes, sir.
You do know that George said that the Lakers. You remember that conversation we had that the Lakers are going to be the fourth best team in the in the
And we all looked at him like he was crazy.
And you know he got mad at me because he said, "Oh, I didn't hear from you when we were 10-4." I said, "Yeah, I had to let the dust settle."
But you're not 10-4 anymore.
Right, I had to let the dust settle. We told you this team was going to barely be a play-in team. And that's exactly where they are right now, in the play-in bracket.
But I don't blame it on JJ, though.
Nope.
Whew.
It's a combination right now, though, Key.
Wait, I got one more. And I
is.
got to
It's a
give this stat out.
combination.
I'm going to depress the Knicks fans real quick. Michael Jordan's record versus the New York Knicks, 43-17.
That's crazy.
Oh, my God. This dude destroyed us. This dude got almost a season's worth of wins versus us. For his career, Jordan is 43-17, yo. That don't make no sense.
Put that in perspective. And LeBron done played how many more seasons than Jordan? 8 more seasons, and he's only 22-9. But Jordan is 43-17 combined playoffs and everything.
Well, that's because Jordan has played more games against the Knicks.
Yes.
Jordan played more games against.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't do load management.
There's no load management, and also you got to remember Jordan. You got to remember the Knicks and Bulls were meeting in the playoffs every year in the 90s.
Saying Butler.
Come on, J-Mac. Don't get this girl started. Please don't get her started.
I'm not trying to get her started.
Jordan and
just doing my job.
Jordan, I'm going to put it this way, Keisha. Jordan played the Knicks in the playoffs every year for like 3 straight years. And all of those series went 6 or 7 games. So that's a huge part of it as well. So you play them regular season 4 times, and then you end up playing them 6 more times. You playing a team 10 times a season. You go, but 43-17, Jesus.
That's weird. That's wild.
Listen, Pelinka is to blame. I agree, Willie. Now this is a take of yours that I 100% agree with. The worst thing Jeannie Buss did was trusting Rob Pelinka over Magic Johnson.
But did she really trust Rob Pelinka, or did she trust LeBron?
Well, it started with Pelinka because you had Magic running the team. And Magic is on record as saying the issue wasn't so much the LeBron thing, because LeBron came there because of Magic, honestly. LeBron signed with LA because of Magic. But then when he wanted to fire Luke Walton, and Pelinka was like, no, they shouldn't fire Luke Walton, and she sided with Pelinka to keep Luke Walton, that's when Magic was like, okay, I gotta go. Magic said that. That's why he stepped down. Because he was like, I thought I could make the decision. I'm the president of the team.
Wait, say that again, Dwayne. What happened?
Magic is on record as saying that the reason why he stepped away from the Lakers is because he realized that Luke Walton was not the guy for the team, and he went to Jeannie and said, we got to let Luke Walton go. Rob Pelinka went behind his back to Jeannie and wanted to keep Luke Walton. And she sided with Pelinka, and they kept Luke Walton.
Magic found out,
and Magic said, I'm out. And he said he did it because he has a personal relationship with Jeannie, and he didn't want to sour that. He said, if I had stayed, it would have been a problem. So to maintain our personal relationship, I just stepped down from this. Because he was like, I thought I had the autonomy as the president of basketball operations to just make the decision, which he should have.
You know what they said? That's too much power for one black man to have.
Oh, there you go.
Come on, Malcolm X.
There you go.
Come on, Malcolm X.
That's too much power for one black man to have.
You know what, Willie? I feel you on this because that is what Magic did. He said, "Oh, that's what y'all want to do? Cool. I'm gonna go to the L.A. Dodgers and be an owner. Nobody gonna be able to tell me jack."
And the Washington football team.
And now he has a championship in L.A. as the two of them as an owner with the Dodgers. And Washington is having their best year in a very long time.
They got a very bright future. Very bright.
Clearly, Magic knows what he's doing. Genie would have been smart to listen to Magic, but I digress. Keisha, you muted yourself because we can't hear you.
That's what happened to Mark. It was all about this.
To who? Mark who? Jackson?
Mark Jackson. Is that the same thing that happened? The same decision?
Nah, it's a little bit more
Mark is a little bit different. Mark was fired for his religious beliefs.
Mark had a run-in with the Antichrist.
Oh my God. What?
Mark was fired for his religious beliefs.
And he was forcing his beliefs on the team, they felt.
If they stay the course, but I think the Commanders finally have the right group in charge. Now that Dan Snyder is gone,
They got rid of Snyder.
Yeah, now that Dan Snyder's in charge, they got the right group in place that's going to help them be able to stay the course. Bucks win 114-109 as the second game now has gotten underway. OKC trailing Dallas early. But yeah.
Get out of here, Magic.
The Magic are done in the Emirates Cup. I was kind of hoping they'd win. I wanted to beat them one more time in Vegas, but hey. But I think we'll beat Milwaukee but let me not look ahead. We got to beat Atlanta tomorrow.
Let's beat Atlanta Thursday first. That was a scary last night with Jalen Brunson running up the sideline, twisting his ankle on the fan sitting courtside.
Davey Wright is in the building.
What's up, y'all?
Mr. No Handle Randall supporter.
Davey, listen to me. Tuesday night is Davey Wright's Bible study night.
Yes, so I want y'all to understand that he's not ducking us.
He's not ducking us. He's not signing.
He's pastoring.
He's not signing a contract with the other. Did that show ever start?
No.
You beat me to it. Did that show ever take
I don't think the show was ever going to be a thing. I think folks were just trying to troll.
But wait.
D-Lo.
Willie Green is supposed to be one of the co-hosts, and he's over here.
He sure is. Willie Green, speak up for yourself.
D-Lo, you try.
Don't y'all start. Don't y'all start.
That's fool's gold. That's what that is. That's fool's gold.
Word, Willie? It's
you didn't know that, T?
Oh, word?
T, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
He had it on the flyer. Willie Green is a co-host on that show.
That's because his last name is Green. That's the only reason.
Stay out my inbox, Willie.
You know what?
Willie Green is a co-host. Get the flyer. I don't look. You see, Bishop D-Lo ain't saying nothing, so you know I'm telling the truth because that's his boy.
Don't talk to me no more, Willie.
Listen. I don't argue with the truth. I've never been. I don't believe in it. I look like a fool arguing with the truth.
Willie
Green is a co-host on that show,
or he was slated to be.
And you over here? Oh, and Davey?
They're right, the Dwight Howard killer. Shut up, Willie.
I want answers.
Willie Green, fool's gold. Explain yourself.
I want answers.
Davey, right?
I don't want answers. I don't care.
No. I want answers. And I want answers now.
Ooh, Willie. I thought you was my boy.
Keisha, you didn't see the flyer?
This is something else.
Wait, Keisha, you didn't see the flyer?
I didn't see it. I haven't been on
No, this was weeks ago before you went black.
Hold on, before we go
He
any
probably
further,
saw it, didn't pay no mind.
we have a special guest who is here to defend himself.
I
Welcome,
want
Willie
answers.
Green.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I want answers.
I am no longer your friend. This is
I don't understand why. The show nothing has happened.
But he accepted the offer.
I did not. I said,
I'm
let's
about to
do
say
it.
I don't
Of
think
course, we
Willie
talking
actually
about sports. We
accepted
ain't
the
talking about
offer.
a show.
I saw
I got my
that
own
he
show for that. Why
I
I gotta
saw
be?
that
I
he
don't gotta be on
tagged
nobody else's show. I got my own
I
show.
saw that he tagged Willie in it, inviting him to it.
Right.
Willie never responded publicly.
No, I
For
didn't.
the
Right.
record.
Exactly. Right. Just got. He tried to get y'all in an uproar. Don't y'all fall for
Right,
that.
like that's what I'm like. I'm not trying.
Exactly.
I'm not paying it no mind. We gonna keep doing what we doing over here.
My man David Wright in the building, the Dwight Howard killer.
Not the Dwight
No,
Howard killer.
Dwight Howard killed himself, and he's still killing himself.
And
He
where
was
Miss
on the
Carter at? Miss
Dancing with
Carter,
the
she shouldn't have
Stars,
left the
and I
screen
think
just
he
now.
won. He
Yeah,
might have
you did.
Willie,
won.
no, we're not friends, Willie. This is it. It's over.
You killed me for no reason. I didn't
It's
do nothing.
over.
I
No,
got
we don't.
invited. That's all I
We
did. I just got
Here's what I want
invited.
to know.
we don't
Willie,
supposed to
Willie,
follow
Willie.
us.
Wait,
We
wait,
don't
wait.
supposed to
Willie.
follow us.
He
Wait, no,
said he
I'm not
didn't say
blaming Willie for that. I'm not blaming
Willie.
Willie
I'm
for
not
that.
going to blame you, but you got to clear that thing up because that wasn't an invite. He said you were the new co-host.
Listen.
That's what was said.
That's what was said.
Willie.
Okay, let me be on the record and say this. L Butler is sitting right there.
On the record, wait,
Number
wait, wait,
one
wait. Here we go.
Christian hip hop podcast the last 3 years until I had to take a chill pill. I don't need to co-host anything.
Oh, there it is.
Come on, Willie. That's
There
what
it
I'm
is.
talking about.
Uh-oh. I don't need to co-host anything.
You back on my good side, Willie.
I support everybody.
Nothing
I
wrong
don't
with
need to
that.
co-host anything.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
You back on my good side.
All righty then. Green Room in effect, 2025. Be ready.
I know you ain't promoting that junk on here.
Whoa,
No,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
What you
I
whoa,
know
whoa.
talking about?
the
No, 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 no,
freaking
no, 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 no.
No,
Yeah,
Green
let's
Room is
go.
his show, not the Green
Keisha,
Machine.
calm down. Not the Green
It's two
Machine.
different
That's not the
things.
His
Green Machine.
podcast is
all
called
right,
The
all
Green
right.
Yeah.
Room, Keisha.
Okay,
Breathe.
all right, my bad.
Breathe, Keisha.
Okay, my
Breathe.
bad.
That's
Keisha was
the
ready to
Angel
fight.
Reese in her coming out. That's that Angel Reese in
My
her.
bad.
That's exactly
My
what that
bad.
is.
Angel Keish
Woo,
strikes
woo,
again.
I'll take a break on my
Yo,
day.
just
Go ahead,
Breathe,
go ahead.
Keisha. Breathe.
Willie's
Angel
show,
Keisha's in the
Willie's
Carter.
house.
Miss
Willie's
Carter.
show is called The
The
Green,
Green
Room.
Room.
Oh,
Yeah.
Willie, I'm
I
so
need you.
sorry.
I need you to.
Okay.
I need you to Google me.
I'm sorry.
It's called the Green
It's
Room.
called The
Key.
Green Room.
Okay, I got it.
I'm-
Oh, Willie,
all,
congratulations.
all I'm trying to figure out is if Willie's
Oh,
gonna hire me to produce it.
We've been around for a minute. We just took a break. Life was life, and we took a break.
I'm just waiting to see if
Everybody understands that.
I'm waiting to see
Yeah.
if Willie's gonna hire me to produce it. That's all I'm trying to wait
Absolutely.
for.
What's your
I
peg?
support
What's
it,
your
Willie.
peg number, Willie? What's your peg number now?
Oh, I'm a senior guy where I'm at. I'm in the
okay.
hundreds.
That's why I'm asking. You know, I
Oh,
want to know what your
he
peg
on
number
it
is.
on his way toward those
look,
cushy
J-Mac,
shifts in
J-Mac,
retirement.
I get my first choice all the time.
That's what
There
I'm saying.
you go.
On his way to
That's
them
what I
cushy
wanted
shifts. Yep. I got some friends in the
That's
MTA
what I
like to
wanted
get
to hear.
them cushy shifts.
Long
Like
as I get the number one choice,
I
that's
work
all
when
that
I
matters.
feel like it.
Let
I'm
me
here
know
for
how
it.
You get to pick
support
I'm
your
here
Willie.
for
vacation.
it.
As huh?
Let me know
You
how I
pick the
can
vacation.
support.
The vacation don't pick you.
The vacation don't pick me, baby.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
Well, all you're
That's
gonna
right.
have to do is tune into the Green
Summertime
Room
and wintertime
podcast.
fun is the best type
Okay.
of fun, baby.
Y'all make sure that y'all support the Green Room podcast when it
I want to
relaunches.
support.
The Green Room.
Right.
I got
the-
it.
the-
I got it. I'm
Butler,
sorry.
Butler.
I'm
He-
sorry.
no,
the
he's
Green
making
Room.
sure
Let it be
Keisha
known, you had a
understands.
whole- you had a
He's
whole
making
show
sure
for
Keisha
yourself to go
understands.
off.
I'm
Come on.
sorry.
Let them know.
It's the Green Room podcast. We're gonna all make sure that we support it. We're gonna promote it here on the Church Guys Sports Show. Willie is our brother and our friend. We don't always agree with his sports takes, but we love him dearly.
I'm definitely
I'm supporting you, Willie.
And where he may not know as much about sports, he definitely knows about music. So
He knows about Christian hip hop, and trust me, y'all gonna hear your boy on there for my retirement album.
Retirement album.
It's over.
wait.
David, listen.
I thought you had
everybody for the
shelved that,
last
and
2
this
years
was,
been
and this
retiring.
one was gonna be it.
Why you be making announcements before addressing in the chat? What you be doing this for?
It's over, y'all.
I mean, well, I knew this was the case because we
David, everybody
talked
been
about it
retired
when he was
the last
doing
2 years.
Family Dynamic. But I thought Family Dynamic was gonna be it.
So you don't like
think he got-
basketball. You don't
See,
want to
I'm-
play either.
He won't let you know I'm the ultimate gaslighter. I love lighting gas. I love lighting a fuse. I think he's got a little bit left in the tank. He's got to prove himself to me though.
You can't stop
Oh,
that, Butler. But we got to create some gospel rap beef. You need somebody to beef with.
What?
gospel rap beef? Wait a
Yo,
minute.
yo,
I
What?
got
don't
the
Bozo still
perfect
rap?
person. This will draw him out. This will draw him out right now. Butler versus Blessed. I'm calling it out right now.
Yes.
Shout out to Doug Shepard.
Start some
Calling
beef.
it out right
I'll start it. I'll start some beef.
That's not.
We know.
That's not.
We know, Dave.
What's
We
that
know
other
you will
one?
start some
Over
beef.
at
We
Head
know.
Church.
That's not a.
Hodge,
That's not
Hodge.
a. That's not a. That's not a. That's not a battle that makes sense, because our styles are.
Ooh,
All
against
right,
you
I
and
tell you
her?
what. I tell you
I
what.
got one. I got one for you then.
No, I tell you what.
I'll make sure he come out of retirement.
Go listen to Bless last album with my feature,
No more. I was listening to that last weekend.
and you see that's not a battle. Like
Yeah,
me and
contrasting styles don't match. They match. They're kind of the same.
What
Yeah,
about that boy
Yeah.
Hodge that was with Heads rap? What's his
All
name?
right, all
Ham?
right. All right, David, co-sign this on me. Ninth inning versus Butler.
Do it.
I would love to see you
He'll
and
come out of
her.
retirement.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought
go
he
listen to
retired. I
my
thought
53074 album on the song Heaven.
yeah, he's on there. Yep, he's on there as well. Yep.
On Haas's album?
No,
Yeah.
on
Butler's
Butler's album
album.
537 to 4.
Go listen to Heaven. Like me and
Yeah, ninth inning is on
Ninth Inning is
537
on there. Me and Ninth Inning is back and forth on that. It's not a.
Not
It's
an
just
official
those are
battle.
the two that you've named are
It's-
too good.
It's not a battle, but you could tell they was going hard.
So they're not good enough.
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
like
no.
I'm confused. Who's not good enough?
Davey trying to start a
Davey's
beef.
trying to
Don't
start a
you
beef
get
for
it?
real.
I'm trying
I
to start a beef.
understand, but
He
that would
trying
be
to
a
start
real
a
good
beef,
battle
B.
between you and Haas, though.
Kendrick Lamar and Drake. That's what I'm trying to start.
I tell you what.
I don't know why you even said that because
You and Haas would be a good
that's not
battle.
even a beef.
No,
That's a
no.
supporter.
Davey, let me say this. Davey, you on to something. Because the first single on It Doesn't Matter Anymore, which is actually the name of the album, It Doesn't Matter Anymore. The first single on there is called Church Rapper, and I go after. I do.
Get him.
Hold on. You doing a how to rob? That's what you doing?
This could
doing
get
a 50?
interesting.
You doing a 50?
This could get interesting.
Oh, I need to hear this track. I need you to DM that track to me. I need to hear that.
I'll send you the song tonight, Will.
This
Okay.
could get interesting.
Because it ain't been no good gospel. It ain't been no good gospel.
I remember when I used to get these songs in advance. Apparently,
D-Lo, I sent you Church Rapper.
No,
You
didn't.
better send it to me.
You didn't
Dave,
send it
you
to
gotta
me.
understand, they all rap in peace on
No
this side
no
of the
peace.
road.
Because it ain't been no
They
good
all
rap
rap in
beef.
peace.
Dave
They
said
get
no peace, no
together.
peace.
What's that
They rap
man?
in peace. They don't be battling like that.
Since Ty Tribbett and the Truth, they had a little
Oh
beef.
my gosh.
And that's
Y'all
what
don't
Drake and
remember what
Kendrick
Ty
Lamar.
Tribbett and the
Todd
Truth went
That's not no
through?
beef,
Todd
bro.
Tribbett and the Truth's
Davey,
piece was
chill.
based upon
No.
something else.
Davey, chill. Chill,
Yo,
Davey.
somebody got mute.
No.
Davey.
We
Todd-
gotta talk about
Todd
it.
Tribbett and
No,
the Truth's
Davey, no.
beef
We all right, Davey.
was
We
based
all right.
on something else.
Chill,
No,
Davey.
It
Chill.
wasn't
Started
We
music.
the
all right.
beef.
Come on now.
It
And I
wasn't
was right
music
in the
related.
middle of it. I've seen it.
It wasn't
Chill,
music
Davey.
related though.
Somebody mute David right now.
It was not music related.
D-Lo, D-Lo does not mute, okay?
I'm
You gotta mute that.
trying to reshift the. You know what? Oh yeah, we at our time anyway. It's time to go.
Yo,
Yeah.
David is in fourth gear already. Chill. Fourth
Listen,
Oh yeah,
round.
he come on like this.
He
He
started
come on
in the
like this.
chat.
He
This
woke
I'm
is
up
about
like
to go to
this.
fifth gear once we talk about this $765 million and where I'm going Monday. I'm going Monday
Oh,
to
goodbye.
the
Goodbye.
adoption
Goodbye.
agency
Oh,
for them Colombians, them
D-Lo.
Dominicans. I'm adopting 3. I want 1 Mexican, I want 1 Dominican, and I need 1 Puerto Rican. I'm gonna teach one how to run, 1 how to throw,
wait.
and 1 how to jump.
I didn't see that.
and catch
David, I promise you, I cannot even
and hit.
walk into my depot right now because all the Mets fans, everybody with a Soto this, Soto that.
Oh
And
yeah, it's
Soto,
nuts right now. Yeah.
it's like I'm walking down. I literally
Bro, you in
drive
Mets
past.
country.
I'm in Soto country right now.
Yeah.
I have no
You
We
idea.
right
need
behind
more.
Ebbets
The,
Field.
Yo, on the
J
real,
Mac, I
we
promise
need
you,
more young black
the
boys
night the
playing
news came
baseball,
out,
man.
they had it on the jumbotron on the stadium. Welcome Juan
Juan
Soto.
Soto. Yep.
Listen to me,
This is
yo.
4:00 in the morning, J
We
Mac.
took them from the Yankees. The Mets are the king of New York now.
I have to agree.
I did say that
Everything looks
too.
good
The
on
Even
time-
Butler
paper.
the-
said that.
I
the-
agree,
Butler
Davey.
agreed
Everything
that.
looks good on paper. It gotta translate to the diamond.
and that's what
George
I'm gonna say
Steinbrenner
because
would have never let that happen.
well,
Never.
you got to remember they anointed the Nets the kings of New York as well. The New Yorker magazine had a whole thing on it, and we see how that turned out. So Soto's gonna have to go to Queens and win
George
But Dino,
Steinbrenner.
you said
before I
it.
give them the city.
Let me tell
But
Soto's
you
got to go
said
to
it.
Queens
You
and win.
said it best. It's not going to just be on him. They're going to put it. They got to put a team, a whole
You got to put a team
out
around
there.
him.
Let me
Yeah.
tell
Listen to
you.
this. Listen to this.
They got
If
Lindor
they
already,
If
though.
they don't, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not a Mets fan. If they don't sign back Mania, the Mets are going nowhere. He is clearly their best pitcher.
Get him
If
back.
they don't resign him, and give them some arms in that middle relief, and get one more
Well, they
quality
stole Clay
starter.
Holmes from the Yankees too.
Right.
They got Clay Holmes.
One more quality starter. Now Clay Holmes gonna be a starter. Let's see how that's gonna go.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. I know they're planning to convert him back to a starter.
They need one more quality starter besides him and Peterson. Peterson and Mania, that's your 1 and 2. That's it. Those two dominant lefties. They need another right-hand quality starter next to Clay. If it
Speaking
don't
of
happen,
pitching,
let's not go nowhere.
the Yankees did make a splash today, picking up All-Star lefty Max
I
Fried
sent it in the chat.
from the Atlanta Braves for $203 million. Great pickup for the Yankees. They have a co-ace now. So now the burden is not squarely on the shoulders of Garrett Cole. And it's a lefty, as J-Mac and I were talking about earlier in our chat. You got a strong lefty.
Pete Alonso.
And how much did he give Bishop D'Lo?
$203 million. 203
For a lefty.
for a lefty. This is why we got to get us some left-handed Dominican kids. And listen, I let Davey go because I'm in agreement. We're gonna go adopt some Dominican left-handed kids,
Oh my
and we're gonna get this money.
Cubans too.
And some Cubans, yes, and some
Cubans
Cubans.
are good baseball players.
Listen,
to me,
I will
yo.
go get me
And
a
if they
riverboat off the
fail-
coast of Florida and go out there and start rescuing
Yeah.
Cuban kids
We
that's
gotta
trying to
do it.
defend.
We got to do it before January 20th because Trump putting them out of here. And if they
Oh, good
fail,
night. Good night.
if they fail at baseball, if they
I'm not
happen to
doing
fail at baseball, they're gonna cut the grass
I knew
and
he was
wash
gonna
these
say that.
cars.
Man, I'm out of here.
And wash the car.
No,
All right.
I'm not doing that.
Thank
Nope.
y'all for joining us tonight. As always, we appreciate you. We're
Tisha,
grateful.
ain't you half Dominican?
I am not.
You is so. That's why you don't like to talk like this.
I
You
love
half
Davey.
one. You half one of them.
I love when Davey comes on this show. I love
I'm
when he's
actually
on.
black
I
and
absolutely
Italian.
love it. I
Thank
absolutely love it. But
Italian.
we're grateful for all of you that join us each and every week. We're a little bit over our time tonight. Don't forget to download the podcast on Spotify, on iHeartRadio.
Wait, Dwayne. Wait.
I'm trying to get us out of here before David keep going.
No.
We gotta go, L.
Yo,
We
Keith,
do gotta go.
you half Dominican, Keith.
I am not. Y'all know I'm not. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. No, there's nothing wrong with it at
Y'all
all.
can stop doing
Keith,
that. Don't do that.
Can you got a hair salon?
No. Don't do that. Don't be discriminating.
Do you speak Spanish at all?
You do. Clearly.
This is an
I
interview.
sure do.
I
And
know
I'ma
you
teach
do.
you-
You about to go
and
pick
I'ma
some
teach
up,
you-
didn't you say? You gotta learn how
This
to
is
teach
why
it.
Davey told you to stay in the kitchen.
Stay in the kitchen. He told her to stay in the kitchen and make beans
Yo.
and rice.
No, I
Yo,
didn't.
y'all wild. Y'all really saying that on this podcast? Y'all need to chill. So log off.
All right, I'm done. Okay.
Yeah, log off.
Roy con pollo and sancocho.
There you go.
Oh
We
man.
appreciate y'all for
They
joining
gonna
us
all
as you
think
do
they got Trump supporters.
each and every Tuesday.
I'm going to think
Thank
of
you.
there.
Thank you to
They
Mike
all
They
gonna
McFadden,
got Trump supporters.
Sam Jennings, our brother Willie Green. Look out for the Green Room podcast.
Green Room.
Green Room, Keisha. Green Room.
I
Oh,
support you,
Green.
Willie.
You gonna be my first guest because I ain't gonna. You never gonna forget my show.
Ooh.
Right, please do something with her.
The green
gonna
is
be-
triggering.
but
Very
You bring
triggering.
her, you bring her
Noodle
on
tomorrow.
The green
Will.
is very triggering.
Will,
Yo.
bring her on for Hispanic Heritage Month.
He should bring you on for the ball player that never made it.
Oh, P.
Okay.
Keisha,
All right.
Keisha, now that's a slam dunk.
We, yo,
Oh,
Willie.
Willie.
Willie. Willie.
Willie.
She's
She got
sitting in
you,
the
Al.
same
I can't have-
she's
I gotta
sitting-
give it to her.
she's
She
sitting
got
in the
you.
same place I'm sitting right now.
Willie. Willie, you really went there?
Yo, listen, man. I know my limitations. I don't jump higher than the curb.
We getting out of here.
This tire is flat, bro. I like
Hold
it
up.
flat. It's all right.
Hold up. First of all,
Come on, Butler, show him.
Show that knee off.
Tell him
Butler.
tell him hold that knee down and put the other knee up.
He'll be hurt in 10
we
minutes.
back.
They said you flexing the good knee.
Right, he's like a good knee.
We back. That's both knees.
That's
both
a
knees,
$6
baby.
million knee now.
That's both knees, baby.
L got a bionic knee.
That's
Yo,
both knees.
Willie, you ain't right, man.
Start calling you Steve Rogers.
L Majors.
RoboCop.
It could be, listen, it could be bionic. It could be bionic, but guess what? Ain't a clutch around here, ain't a boat around here.
Yo,
ain't a
listen,
chain
when
around
you
here,
go
baby.
into your praise dance, whenever that's gonna be, you gonna hear me in the background with the mic going.
Nah, Willie, you didn't see it. He danced all during convocation 3 weeks
All
ago.
during
I bet he did.
He
convocation.
danced
What?
all through convocation.
All during
What?
convocation, Willie. He was
I
over there.
guarantee he was stationary.
No, he
No,
wasn't.
he-
I'm
moving.
going back to
wasn't.
get film. I got New Jerusalem on speed dial.
I mean, he
Go
did
back
make
and get
like
the
2
film.
steps up, and then he went back to his station. He did. He
Okay.
went back.
Well, that's good.
Keep that.
He wasn't supposed to overdo it.
Yeah, he
wasn't
don't want to
supposed
overdo it because I was watching him because I was definitely about to get
Yeah,
in.
he
his
wasn't
position.
supposed
Keisha was about to
overdo
get up,
it.
walk over, and sit
Yo,
on
I was definitely about to
J-Mac,
get it because I already warned him
touch your
before the
crystal ball,
church.
J Mac, and tell him there's no basketball in his future. That's it.
I'm done playing basketball.
Emirates Cup tomorrow
I
night.
bet you are.
You never
Emirates-
ever have to worry about me playing basketball again.
Emirates Cup Quarterfinals continues
So
tomorrow
let's stop.
night. Semifinals and finals are this weekend, and we'll be back with
I'm not playing
reactions to it
basketball
next
ever
week.
Again. I'm
Yes,
trying.
Major
You
League
are.
Baseball hot stove continues to heat up as we continue to see what will happen. Will the Yankees go after Pete Alonso as a response to the Yankees? Will the Yankees go after Pete Alonso in a response to the Mets picking up Juan Soto? And we'll see what happens. The Yankees have a lot of holes to fill, including a big hole in right field now. So we'll be back next week. Today, I think, was the most time we've spent away from basketball in any of our shows. But
love
definitely
it.
a
Big
great
topic.
show
Big
tonight.
topic. It was
Great
good
topic.
topic.
Because the truth of the matter is, the trade is working out really good for our Knicks.
It is.
It absolutely is. No, because you're about to start a whole nother conversation.
The trade is working out really
Nope.
good
I'm
for
not
our
worried
Knicks.
about him. I told him. I'm ignoring
And-
him. He should have gotten
And not only is the
competition
trade
last
working
time.
out good for our Knicks,
And
Cat is happy to be here, baby.
J Mac.
Cat is happy to be
yes,
here.
sir.
J Mac. I'm
Yes,
gonna leave
sir.
on this note right here.
Huh?
Basketball is not basketball until April.
I disagree with
Period.
that.
The end.
I give it Christmas.
No.
Christmas.
It's Christmas.
D-Lo.
Christmas.
Christmas Day.
Christmas,
D-Lo,
Willie. Christmas.
basketball is not real basketball until April.
Christmas.
Day is the
I tell you
official-
what.
They all
Christmas
say
Day is
Christmas.
Then the real
Christmas
basketball
Day.
begins.
Wait.
Wait. Let me ask this question, Jay.
Go ahead.
So what's basketball going to be for the Lakers in April?
It's gonna be. Yo, listen. Let me explain something.
Wow.
Hold on. look.
Shots fired.
Let's be real.
Keisha
Let's
said,
be
"Let me
real.
sip
Now
my
be real.
drink."
Now be real.
What's it
Now
gonna
be
be for
real
the
when I
Lakers in
respond.
April, son?
Be real when I respond. When it comes to basketball, there is no shadow of a doubt that I'm a realist. Now I know trash when there's trash, and I know treasure when there's treasure. Now I came on here last year and said before y'all ended the season, I said the Knicks will be the toe to the town this year. This is what I said. Now this is coming from a Laker fan because the Knicks had everything back, everything that they needed to run it back. The Lakers did not do that. The Lakers did not get better. The Lakers actually got worse. They got worse. Coaching and good scouting wins you championships.
Let's go to 10:30. Let's go to
Ask Denver.
10:30. Dwayne, let's go to 10:30.
We
Come
gotta
on.
go.
Ask Denver.
Go ahead,
Ask
Will.
Denver.
This is
Denver
a
had
long
good. Denver has
show.
great. Denver
Yeah,
had
this
good
is
coaching.
too long.
Denver had great scouting. They won a championship. Boston had good coaching. They had great scouting. They won a championship.
I think the Lakers have a good coach. I think
No, they don't.
Me
No, they
too.
don't. No, they don't.
I don't
No,
think
they
I
Why?
don't.
don't.
You don't
I
think
don't think JJ's
X's
in over his
because
head.
you
I think
know-
they got.
nah.
I think the Lakers have a personnel problem.
No. X's and O's. Just because you know X's and O's does not mean you're supposed to lead a team.
You think JJ is horrible right now?
I didn't say he was horrible. I just don't think he's a good coach. Number one. So
Crazy.
that's if that's the case.
Okay,
Steve Nash
what
should
is your
still be
logic
coaching
for
the
why you
Nets.
feel like JJ is
Crazy.
not a good coach?
If that's the case, Steve Nash should still be in Brooklyn.
No,
He had the same scenario there with two superstars.
but Steve Nash was not a good coach.
And neither is JJ Redick. That's my point.
I disagree
Are
with
you
that.
kidding me?
I think
No,
Jay,
he's not a good coach.
I think you
Because
saw
right now
early-
it's proving that those first 6 or 7 games, and they were what 5-2 or 6-1.
they started off 10-4.
Right. It was full goal against teams that were mediocre. When it came down to the nitty gritty, when they
Okay.
went to Phoenix, they got punched by 25. When they went to Minnesota, they got punched by 30.
So
And then when
would you
Denver
say
came
it's
back, they
a
got
coach
beat
thing,
by
or is it
27.
just the players? 'Cause the
Right? Is it a
bench
coaching
sucks.
problem or is it a personnel problem?
The bench sucks.
What did JJ Redick bring to the table that Darvin Ham didn't?
What did Darvin Ham do for the Lakers?
Darvin Ham took him to the Western Conference Finals in his first year.
Sure did.
I think that JJ
got y'all the
gave them more of a
Emerites
defensive.
Cup.
And he ran into a team that eventually was the champions.
Y'all got a mid-season championship out of it.
You sure did.
Not even mid, an early season
Early season
championship.
championship.
Don't sleep on Darvin Duncan Ham.
But my thing is
Darvin
this:
actually-
Duncan.
Actually,
is JJ
has a
JJ
worse
a leader
record.
of men? JJ's not a leader of men. Darvin
JJ
Ham
has a
is.
worse record through the same amount of games than Darvin Ham. Just letting you know that.
And Darvin Ham went on a 15-3 stretch towards the end of that first year and got them past Golden State.
So my point is this: is it the coaches
She don't
or
like
is it the
Darvin Ham,
players?
by the way. So just know that
What
Is
we
it
like
the
Darvin Ham.
coaches or is it the players?
it's both.
Is
Oh.
right. I'm going to say that because is
Both.
he command? He can't even command the locker room right now.
Right.
He can't.
And JJ
LeBron-
Redick, JJ,
I-
he's
I
fighting
I
an
feel like-
uphill battle.
That's like all of us. We all the same age and we in the same locker room. And I say I'm y'all coach. Y'all looking at me like I got the jersey on next to your next to your locker.
I feel
Y'all
like
would
he
look at me
gives
and
up
like
to the
that.
team, though.
I feel like there's more to that than it being JJ. I think the locker room
yeah,
issues
same.
extend beyond just the coach. Now, I do agree that some of that does fall on the coach, Willie. I don't disagree with you at all as far as that goes. I believe
Possibly.
that if that is the case, that it is the coach's job to restore order if he's losing the locker room. But I think there are bigger issues in LA.
But
And I think it's a
agree with you,
personnel
D-Lo,
problem.
but let's
I'll
think
tell
about
you what the main
J-
issue
JJ
is in
never had the
LA.
lock. JJ never
They
had
don't
the
want to
locker.
hear it.
We
The
never
already
had
main
the
know what
locker
you're
issue
about
is
to say. Go ahead
LeBron
and say it.
James.
Is the
LeBron
puppet
James
master.
picked the
Is
coach.
the puppet master.
Uh-oh. Y'all about to
LeBron
get Keisha
James
riled
picked
up.
half the team.
I don't got the energy.
They don't
We
have no
already past
draft
time.
capital. They don't have no young players to call him LeBron James. All of this stuff stems from LeBron James. LeBron James went and messed up his son's career. He can't even recover from this. Is there a league under the G League?
Ooh.
I ain't never in all my life seen somebody go from he gonna go from the NBA to the G League back to college. He going back to college.
Well, listen,
What?
this is
Can't
one
go
thing I'll
back
say
to
about that,
college.
right?
Wait,
gonna go
not
back
back
to
to
college.
college.
Think about
Can't go
something.
back to
His
college.
granddad-
Back to
Willie,
college.
wait.
You what?
But
First
Willie,
time
Willie,
ever.
I'm glad you on here. I've been waiting to ask a Laker fan because we've been going at it with Keisha forever about this. I want to
Who is
hear
not really a
from
Laker
you.
fan. She's a LeBron fan. Let's be
Okay,
clear on
but
that.
he's on the Lakers.
No.
So
I mean, Keisha is but what
is
I'm
a
saying, J
LeBron
Mac,
fan.
is based upon her takes are
But he's
centered
a
around
Laker
LeBron.
fan, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Willie's gonna be
Yes.
more
So
objective.
that's why
Willie's
I'm
gonna be more
glad
objective.
you're here.
Yes.
I want to hear your take about the Bronny James pick and the Bronny James situation, because I've said this. Now you correct me. I said the average Laker fan does not like what's going on with Bronny James and the Lakers. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
I'm right.
But this is what I say. What father would have not done that for his son?
I get
Wait,
that.
Right.
let me finish.
Yeah,
But let
that's
me finish, but let me
notwithstanding
finish.
that. Notwithstanding that.
But
Okay.
nepotism has been going on in the league forever.
Yes.
Whether it's family or friend, it's been happening.
Absolutely.
But being that LeBron is such a polarizing figure and he has more power than the average player in the league, in a lot, and from historically, let's think about the last 2 decades. He's been the constant.
He's been the face of the league.
Been
No
the face of the
question
league.
about it.
So if I know I'm on my way out, I'm finished. Like I've done everything I possibly can do. This is probably, but he said it himself with Dave Menemy before he even went on this whole thing about his son. He said, "Me playing with my son is the icing on the cake for him." So really, he doesn't have anything else to do.
But Willie, that's my point. I want to ask you.
Then he should
Does
retire.
Laker Nation feel that way, or does the Laker Nation want a championship?
Laker Nation is going to always win a championship.
Right.
That's my point.
With or without LeBron James, they could
Yeah.
have the worst team in the league. They're going to always win a championship. So that's
Yeah.
never going to change.
Well, it
But
ain't happening this year.
LeBron he makes that more appealing because it's him. Now, if LeBron leaves and it's Anthony Davis, it's going to still be the same criteria.
Yeah.
Championship or bust. Now, preferably, and I'm not talking about LeBron in any negative way, I would rather see LeBron go. So at least the Lakers would have some type of culpability when they lose.
That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear.
But that's not going to happen because guess what? You built this ship. You should go down with it. You should go
There
down
you
with it.
go.
That's just my opinion.
He going down with it. That's for
He's
sure.
going down with
it.
He's going down with it.
That's just my
Say it
opinion.
again, Laker
And
Nation.
he's going-
Who built it? Who
He
built
built
it?
this ship. He
Bron,
built it.
yeah.
He got rid of Red. He
But
got
he
rid of
doesn't
Lonzo
need.
Ball.
But
He
he's
got rid
not.
of Kuzma. He
But
got rid of
Bishop
everybody.
McCann, he's not coming from the place that he built his team as far as the whole setup and everything. What's going on as right now? He's saying overall, like he's been there for so long. This is what's been going down on the Lakers overall. So yeah, I would agree that since he's there, go down with the Lakers, and because of everything that has been established around you, why not? Who
But
wouldn't
LeBron
do
a
that?
different cat. LeBron likes to jump ship when it don't go his way.
There you
Now,
go.
I'm just being honest.
That's why he
Now-
talking about going to Golden
But
State.
he's been there for how long? He ain't going nowhere though. Well, where's he going?
I mean, there's no way to go.
If he would have his way,
There's
he can
no
opt
way to
out. He's
go.
the king. He's the king
Well,
of the opt
he
out.
maneuvered his way.
We're not gonna allegedly think that he wants to go and jump ship. Come on now, y'all.
He maneuvered his way
never
into
put
this
that out there.
contract so he could play with his son, so he can get his son in the league.
But he
So we're
never-
not talking
he's
about this
not
contract.
leaving.
Hold on, Matt.
They even tried to get him to stop playing for 82 games, and he said, "I'll see."
But
He
Keisha,
doesn't
let me
even
ask you a
wanna
question.
stop.
Let me ask you a question. When, and this is me, you, Laker, LeBron, we talking about a Laker. When has LeBron ever put it out there that he want to jump ship?
He never did.
He always sneak and do it in the middle of the night, like a thief in the night. That's what he does.
When he
But
But
give it
he's
to
not
us.
doing
Oh,
it right
I'm gonna
now.
take my
He's not
talents over
doing
here.
it. But what other player had literally has said, "Yeah, I'm going over here," like with Butler?
Kobe
Butler
Bryant
right
did
now,
that.
they don't
Kobe
even know
Bryant
what
said, if you
Butler's
don't
doing
get me
with
what I
Miami.
want, I'm going to the Clippers. And they went and stole Kobe Bryant. He said, if you don't get me what I want, I'm either going to the Clippers or I'm going to the Bulls.
Carmelo
He
said, "I
actually
want to
said
go
that.
to the
He
Knicks."
actually
Carmelo
also
said,
said
"I'm
he was
going
going
to
to
New
the
York."
Knicks.
Out and stole
He said he
Michael
wanted to go to the
Michael
Knicks.
Jordan told Jerry Reinsdorf, "If you don't give me what I want, I'm going to the Knicks."
I'm out. I'm
Kobe
out.
said, "I'm going to the Knicks." Kobe said, "I'm going to the Knicks."
No.
Right, so-
No, wait.
Kobe said, "I'm going to the Clippers."
Wait.
Or the
Stop.
Bulls. Or the Bulls.
Or the Bulls.
Stop. Kobe thought he was going to get amnesty.
right,
when
and then
he
he was
thought-
going to get signed with the Knicks.
And when he
after
thought he was going to get amnestied, he said no other team was going to risk it with him. And so he said if that was the case, he would most likely wound up signing with the Knicks. That's
But
what
he wanted
Kobe-
to go to the Knicks.
I don't
No,
think
I wouldn't
no,
say that he
no.
wanted to go. I
That's
don't
what
think he
Melo
wanted.
and them
no.
said on
No. What?
He did not want to
He
go.
didn't say that it was a desire. He was saying it was the most likely
his primary
destination.
would have been Chicago because he always wants to one up Michael Jordan.
This is
Correct.
why I can't listen to certain podcasts, man.
But it's true.
You ain't gotta
He
listen
always
to it,
wants to one
but-
up.
No,
LeBron
Keisha, I
always
listened to the
doing this stuff.
podcast as
LeBron
well.
is
What
dishonest.
Melo said
He's
was
dishonest.
was exactly what El said. That Kobe thought he was going to be amnestied, and as a result of the amnesty clause, he was going to be bought out by them making him a free agent. And at that point in his career, he felt like the only team that would have taken a chance on him is the team with the deepest pockets, which was the New York Knicks.
Yes, but Melo also mentioned and said that he always talked about playing at the Garden.
Playing at the Garden and being a Knick are two completely different things.
Right.
Yes,
How
sir.
are we gonna say that there's two different things in
'Cause
that
it is.
context?
That's the same thing your boy LeBron said.
How do we gonna say that's
No,
two
they
different
all-
things
Listen
in
to
that
me, Key.
context?
Come on, Key. Stop it. Really,
Is this
stop
no?
it.
I'm
No.
Here we go. We was doing good. Now y'all gonna
As soon
fight.
as you start
All
talking
right,
about
we getting out of
LeBron,
here. We gotta go.
but you got that LeBron tattoo on her shoulder over there.
Everybody wants to play
conversation
at
is
the
just-
Garden. Everybody wants to play at the
Every
Garden.
ball player.
It does not necessarily mean they want to be at
I
the
wanted to
Garden
play at the
for
Garden. I
41
never got the
games.
chance, but
It don't mean that they want to be at the Garden for 41 games. But
No, it's
everybody wants to play at the Garden. Why?
As a high-
Because the lights are bright there. You got your man Michael Jordan.
Stage lighting.
Mike Jordan gave us 55, went to midcourt and kissed the logo.
God
Yes,
rest
he
my
did.
father's soul. He was in the house for that 55 double nickel.
the double
He
nickel game.
kissed the logo because
Like honey, I'm home.
because Madison Square Garden is
In a
the
45
Mecca.
jersey. 45 gave him 55.
Yep.
Facts.
45
It's the Mecca
gave him
of
55.
basketball.
Yep.
LeBron loves it. LeBron's like, yo, I'm going to the Garden. I'm going to play today. This is where it's at. Because
Most marquee players do.
Everybody. That don't mean that they want to. Kobe too. Kobe like, yo, I'm going to the Garden. I got rest. When you know, when they
He
was
dropped
coming to
60
the
on
Garden,
her.
when they was coming to the Garden, they got rest the night before because it was a televised
Yeah, there was no going
game.
out in New York City. There was
Yeah,
no
it
going
was
out
a
in New York
televised
City.
game,
Like
and it
we
was-
got to work tomorrow.
It was prime time, baby. It was prime time. But it didn't have nothing to do with wanting to sign with the Knicks because the truth of the matter is that stretch of time where nobody wanted to sign with the Knicks, everybody still wanted to come to the Garden to kill us.
True, very true.
Yeah, remember that stretch where Kobe came in and then LeBron came in
Kobe,
the next
LeBron,
game?
yep. And
Yeah,
there was somebody else after that. I think,
stretch.
and it was Steph Curry after that. It
Yeah.
was
And
like a
he was
murderous.
throwing
That was
water.
a
He
murderous
was throwing
run.
water on our court.
It was Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I remember
Yeah.
that stretch. I was
Kobe
like,
came and dropped 60. LeBron, they gave him the triple-double at first, but then the official score went back and said, nah, he didn't get that last rebound. They took a rebound away, and he didn't get the triple-double.
yeah.
I remember that.
They was calling it like Superstar Week at the Garden. Like
Yes.
it was crazy.
And we got
Now-
murdered all. They came in there and killed us all three of those games.
Well, it's
Now-
a new day now.
Now the difference between
It
them,
is, Dave. It is.
the difference
Ain't nobody doing that
between
to us
all
no
of
more.
them, the difference
Nah.
between all of them and Melo is Melo said, nah, I want
wanna
this
be
to
a
be
Knick.
my
Right.
home.
Home, right. I want to be a Knick.
In other words, I don't want to come and tear down the Garden.
He
like
told
Jordan.
Dolan not to blow up the team for him, and Dolan
Right.
did it anyway.
And you know why he told him don't blow up the team? Because he knew he was coming the next season.
He was
Yep.
coming in free agency.
We could have got him
Yep.
in free agency.
Coulda got him, but-
all the intel that Donnie Walsh had was correct, and he had the right idea.
And Dolan took
messed
over
it
the
up.
negotiations
Yep.
like a dummy and messed up everything.
Who we talking about? Kevin Durant or LeBron?
No, we talking about
Melo.
Melo.
Melo?
When Melo came,
When Melo came,
Dolan took over the negotiations.
Melo told Dolan, "Do not blow up this team. Not for
Will,
me. Don't blow up this
you gotta
team."
go watch. Will, you gotta go
7
watch the
p.m. in
7
Brooklyn.
p.m. episode. You gotta go watch that 7 p.m. in Brooklyn episode with Woj.
With Woj. Yep.
Yeah, because that's the year they brought Chauncey Billups and all of them here, and who they got rid of.
The whole
Everybody.
Squad.
Danilo Gallinari, because he was in his
Gallinari,
prime.
Wilson
Wilson
Chandler,
Chandler.
Raymond
Right.
Felton,
Raymond Felton, right.
Timothy Mozgov. Who wasn't great, but he was a serviceable NBA center. They got rid of everything.
They kept Amare.
Do you remember that team
Yeah.
that the Knicks had when Keith Van Horn was on it, and they were winning, and Isaiah gutted the team at the All-Star break? Do
Yeah,
y'all
they had
remember
Keith
that?
Van Horn and Tim Thomas.
Yeah, and they
Melo
was
was
playing
ever on when
good.
they had Jason Kidd, when they had veterans around him that could keep him honest instead of shooting the rock, give the ball up.
And then Melo got stuck with playing with Alonzo Trier and Langston Galloway.
Lou Odmanson.
And what was the dude from Bargnani?
Andrea Bargnani.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He had to play with Andrea Bargnani.
And Pablo Pigironi.
Well, no, Pablo Prigioni was good.
Pablo Pepperoni.
Pablo Prigioni was good.
Pepperoni.
Pablo Prigioni was good.
Jose
I like Pablo.
Calderon.
Jose Calderon.
Couldn't play defense if his life depended
Alexei Shved.
Yeah, come on. Can't win
on it.
with
We
that.
had some bad stretches here,
Steve
y'all.
Novak.
Wait, whoa.
Novak
Novak was all right now. I ain't gonna let you talk about
Novocaine was
I ain't
true.
gonna let you talk about the double check discount now.
Yeah, because as a matter of fact, Shump just said on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, if we don't lose Novak, that's a team that can't be beat.
Absolutely.
And Melo's take on the way he found out about the trade that sent Shump and JR to Cleveland and how he went and destroyed the medical room. They
That's
said
because his boy LeBron did that.
And then he came out and was like, "Yo, y'all trading him to him? To him?"
LeBron went and scouted and said,
That was
"Give me
all a
these
part of
two
the
dudes."
blackball.
Melo said, "This is gonna put him over the top." Y'all do realize that, right? And he was right.
Melo said,
Shump was an elite wing
And
defender.
that's why I asked that question on Facebook, and I said, "Yo, did the NBA do Melo wrong?"
They did him wrong.
Absolutely.
But
And LeBron did him wrong.
But Melo did himself wrong too. Because
But they did Chris Paul. But they did the same thing to Chris.
Wait. He had a chance to go to Miami and leave all of that Knicks stuff alone. He had a chance. He had a chance to win a championship. Don't care how you shake it. He had a chance to go to Miami with the rest of them and win a chip and not even be talked about in the light as far as the Knicks and giving him that $100 million or whatever they gave him. He had a chance to do that.
He wanted the money.
And for once, not have to worry about being the man.
Will, can I say something?
He didn't have he did not have the chance to go to Miami.
He sure did not. And on top of that, wait.
I don't even want to touch that topic.
He was supposed to be Bosh. That's what I heard.
Hold on, Will.
Right.
Hold on,
That's
Will.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. It wasn't supposed to be Bosh. It was supposed to be Melo.
No, it was not. It was
Melo
not.
was under contract.
He couldn't go.
Melo was dead under contract. Not only that, they were all supposed to be coming to New York.
Exactly.
They were all
That was
supposed to be
stated,
coming.
Willie. That was stated.
They were all supposed to be coming to New York. Something
Pat
broke
Riley
down with the
jumped
New
in.
York case. And
Pat
when the
Riley
New York
walked in the
case-
room and threw his rings on the table.
Pat Riley threw the ring. And the presentation that the Knicks
Oh,
gave.
horrible.
Oh my God.
Yo, I saw that video. I saw that tape.
Terrible.
Did you see it?
Terrible.
I never seen
That
it.
it looked like a
You-
Sunday
It's on
food
YouTube.
program.
You
Doc.
really
on-
clown the Knicks if you
It's
saw
on
it.
YouTube. It was terrible.
Terrible.
Absolutely terrible.
In history,
In history.
It-
Out
it
of
was-
all the
it-
teams,
it was
how about
historically
this?
bad. Yes,
How
it was
about this?
historically bad.
Jay-Z and the Nets, I think, had just left, were walking out, and the Knicks came in after them, or Jay-Z was coming after them, but Jay-Z was coming in or either going out.
Yeah.
And the Knicks had to follow Jay-Z and the Nets. And the video was like a kitty. It was something out of a carnival.
It
I'm
was
gonna post it.
they
I'm gonna
had
post it
James
tonight.
Gandolfini
No, don't do
reprising
it,
his
Dave.
role
Please
as Tony
don't.
Soprano in the
Please
Davey,
video.
don't do that. Post it in the chat. Don't do that.
That
Don't
video
do it,
was
Dave.
awful.
Please. I don't even
That
want to
will
see it
be
in
an
the chat. Don't
ongoing
do that.
thing.
We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for joining us on tonight. We done went well
Yes, sir. Well over.
over.
It was good though.
But it was a great conversation. Again, Emirates Cup continues tomorrow night. Semifinals and finals this weekend. More baseball hot stove next week. So there's a lot to talk about. Join us back here again next Tuesday. As always, download the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast. You can join us. We appreciate you. Thank you again, Willie, for jumping on and stoking the conversation. Again, look out for the relaunch of the Green Room coming in early 2025.
Green Room.
Don't forget, as we prepare to go into next year, David, when is the live recording?
The CD coming out January 20th.
CD out January 20th. New York Fellowship Choir's album on January 20th. So on Inauguration Day. Wow. Okay.
January is a
On
beautiful
Trump's
month.
Day.
They scratched my song. They scratched my
January
song
is a
off that
beautiful
album.
month.
This is not true, Butler.
Hey, Butler, have you been reached out to yet about this recording that's coming up?
I was in the initial meetings. Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
So, I mean, shout
Because
out
I
to
was going to say something if they didn't reach out to you.
Shout out to Bishop Al Jackson,
heard.
who's doing something great in New York as well. You know, y'all, for those of you who are singers and musicians, you want to be a part of that as well. Because, you know, everybody can't sing with Davey. You know, that's a different level.
Oh, no. Not at
They
all.
on Godfather Records.
You know, everybody can't get on Godfather Records. Everybody can't do
Listen.
that. So
Listen, you know what I want to do, Davey? And I'm going to sign to Godfather Records. I want to do a church drummer album.
Let's do it. Then we got to include your boy.
okay, so y'all have this. I knew where this was going.
Who?
You
Your boy
know,
who?
you already know. You already know. You already know.
This is horrible. Y'all
You
can't just
already
stop.
know.
Y'all
That's
just
why
can't stop.
we're getting out of
Deal,
here.
I was just asking for.
We will see y'all
I'm
next
asking for
Tuesday.
clarity purposes.
No names.
Adios.
We will see
All
y'all next
right.
Tuesday.
Adios.
Have a great week.
Y'all see my
We
Spanish
out.
accent? Adios.
Yo, this is the state of emergency. Check. I need all my Knick fans right now to grab your jerseys, your popcorn, your sodas, whatever you gotta do to get ready for this game. I don't care if you're a cheerleader, an athlete, a couch potato. We're here to restore the feeling. Matter of fact, can you say it from New York what I say from New York? Hey yo, let's go now.
Hey yo, I bring that New York energy. Talking 42nd Street, alley hoop finger roll. Ain't nobody checking me. Crossover through the legs, step back, hit it three. Still up in the hood, but got big baller tendencies. She just trying to get flued out to John Kennedy, just to see the Knicks play, make a couple memories. New York, if you ain't from here, don't pretend to be. And if you ain't rocking with the Knicks, you an enemy. Yeah, look at us, whole city is wild. This is New York, why y'all ever counted us out? Any game we attend, yeah, we taking it now. Fast break on the court, all up and down. Lead a garden in the pigsty, yeah, we get it on this side. Bacon, egg, and cheese, or the lobster mac with the ribeye. Either way, we winning the overtime if we get tired. Get it with the team, yeah, that's just something we live by. Hey, yo, first quarter in, we gon' turn it up. Gotta warm up first, then we taking it dub. By the third quarter in, no, they ain't catching up. Gotta stay in the lead before that shot clock buzz. If the Knicks get a win, we gon' do it again. Make the finals once before, we gon' do it again. Bounce back in the fourth, we gon' do it again. It's been a while since the chip, but we gon' do it again, yeah.
Yo, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up. Yo, put your hands up. If you from New York, put your hands up. Yo, look, put your hands up. If you rockin' with the Knicks, put your hands up.